Hey,
Okay, so one of us.
you see, my father.
Oh, okay, you got it. You got it. See, my father was a drinker and a fiend. And one night he goes off crazier than usual. Mommy grabs the kitchen knife to defend
No,
herself. He doesn't like that. Not one bit.
no.
So, me watching, grabs the kitchen knife. Why so serious? Laughing. Well, I don't know
We're
where it
gonna keep
goes.
that in.
I don't know where it goes.
We're keeping that in. Okay, well, this is an impromptu podcast with me and Edgar
Only, yeah.
only. Oh,
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Just waiting for the other guys to show up.
Oh yeah. Good thing I have a topic list.
Would you like to tell the people about our sponsor?
Holy shit! Our right to you, right through your screen.
Okay, he's here. We're just waiting for Daniel. Is Daniel okay?
Yeah, Daniel Solares. No, last name.
Did you just dox our co-host?
Dogs are code. So funny. So funny, Alex.
I
What a card.
did.
So, how you guys been hanging this quarantine? You do anything interesting? You picked up any new hobbies?
Yeah, no, not really.
No? Alright, that's pretty sick.
What about you, Sergio? You started anything new? Oh, Sergio, how's the fast going? You said you were doing. Oh, I guess not.
Is he here?
Yeah,
He alive?
he's the host. He's the host of the entire thing. Oh, I know why you never go out at night.
Hey,
I
can
know
you hear me?
why. Alright, here it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, hobbies I picked up. Podcasts. I remember one time I went over to Isaiah's house. You know, short black Isaiah.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was a little bit, and now I got a little bit of interest in that. I guess. You,
Honestly, I can say that I am genuinely interested in skateboarding too. It seems cool because, Nick picked it up, so
it's cool
it's
because my
something that
friend
like the
does it.
boys can do together. No, not just that. I've had like on Instagram, I've had so many like videos of people skating, I guess, and performing tricks, and I thought it looked kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah,
it's
it's
interesting.
pretty popular in school. Yeah, then I'll be cool. Then I'll be popular in school. Yeah,
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 yeah, totally.
totally, man.
But if
Yeah, then
everyone
I
does
could.
it, then nobody's cool.
Then I could
You just
finally wear
wanna.
those Santa Cruz shirts. Yes, just like those
Oh,
other basic bitches.
Jesus Christ! You gonna buy the long sleeve Thrasher, the black one?
The long sleeve thrasher, dude.
Look, if it doesn't have the flames, then it's not Thrasher. All right, you're not cool
Oh
if it doesn't
God!
have the flames.
What
Oh,
about the one with the?
that's so cringe. Like any of those guys or anywhere like near old enough to where Thrasher was a popular magazine.
I know.
Oh my
I
God,
know.
I remember when Thrasher blew up in middle school.
Oh God!
That's when people really started wearing it. Remember?
Yeah, it was like the cringiest shit ever, dude. Oh,
Yeah,
and they
people.
just call each other posers. It's like, shut up, dude. We're in the middle of class. Like they literally just start calling each other posers in the middle of class.
Yeah, no, I remember this one time. I had a girl call me a poser because I was wearing Vans, and she was like, "Bro, you don't even skate."
That's
Hello?
horrible.
It's
Oh
Hey,
disgusting.
what's up?
yes.
What's up? All right, I figured it out.
Congratulations, man. I'm glad.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, so yeah, no, we were just talking about or wait, are we gonna have an intro or whatever? I don't know how this works.
Well, you said you didn't want
What
to
is
do an
this,
intro.
episode 3?
Oh well,
Yeah,
I
this is
mean,
Oh,
episode
shit.
3 of the Mexican Restaurant Podcast.
All right.
Yeah.
all right. Well,
So,
I mean, we had a pretty good thing going on with that middle school thing. You guys want to talk about it? All right. Well, yeah, no,
yeah, you
Yeah.
want to continue with it, man?
in the middle of class, I was I think it was like math or something, and it was
Chitwood?
No, not
Oh,
Chitwood.
fuck,
I
shit.
think it might have been McKennis. I don't know. But
I'm sorry, I
Oh,
twisted
okay.
my
I,
face.
I had this girl like call me a poser because I was wearing Vans and it was disgusting. Cause she was like, "Oh yeah,
Oh,
you know,
You're a
God.
you don't."
poser because you wore Vans?
Yeah, I guess she said that I don't skate or whatever, and it was honestly kind of
You
funny.
don't? Okay.
Oh, God. And now, like, everyone wears Vans?
Yeah, it's not like they're.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
What else are you supposed to wear?
Yeah.
It's like the cheapest shoe for the... It's cheap and comfortable for the price. Like,
Yeah.
what do you
Durable.
expect?
Durable for what it is.
Yeah.
God, what a... Oh, my God. Jesus. I'd be embarrassed if I were that person, dude. Shit.
yeah.
I hope it was ironic.
But why did she say that? Why did she call you out so bad? Did she like not like you personally or something?
I don't even know. She kind of just said it in the middle. Like I was trying to do my work, right, listening to whatever the teacher was saying, a squared plus b squared equals c squared or whatever, and she kind of just she kind of was like, "Hey, Alex," and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And she was like, "You're a poser," and I was like, "Well, what? Why?" And then she was like, "Because you're wearing Vans and you don't even skate." I was honestly so dumbfounded. I didn't know what to say. I was like,
Dumbfounded.
oh, okay.
You can already tell that girl eats hot
That's
Cheetos
embarrassing,
and
dude.
is born after
Mhm.
1993.
Oh yes. All she do is lie, eat hot chip, and
Yeah.
Call Alex a poser.
yes,
You bisexual?
she don't know how to cook.
Yeah, I call.
I feel like they don't, man. I'm kind of scared that they don't.
I mean, honestly,
That's an L.
it's whatever. In all
I
honesty,
have to cook. I'm in
I'd
culinary.
want to like in the. No, I mean
No, it's
I
not.
wasn't saying that. I was saying like
I don't want
you
to
can
eat
kind
out
of
all
just
the
pick it
time.
up as you go. Cooking isn't that hard if you're not a complete idiot.
What's
They
so
are.
hard about it? What's so hard about it? Generally, just put the
Oh,
stuff together,
yeah.
heat it up, wait a little bit. You know.
Yeah, you know, it's literally basic math for cooking. For as weird as that sounds,
It's not even that deep.
Testing.
I don't think
I
it's
think the
that.
hardest thing you would probably need to do is either time things to be on the stove, time things to be in like the oven, or cut things up into portions. But that's literally it.
The only foods that are hard to
Yeah.
make are
No, I mean,
like
I think the
gourmet
hardest things
ones.
to
You
make are
probably
the
won't
ones that
even
have
be
to go in the
cooking
oven
them that
because I don't
much.
really know how to use oven. I'm not really a big oven guy, anyways.
I mean,
Yeah, me neither.
the oven. I've used it before. You literally just press the buttons. It's pretty
Just
easy.
wait for it to heat up, put the lasagna in, wait.
Oh, I've never
Lasagna.
had lasagna.
What the hell? It's spaghetti cake,
Bro,
dude. Come on.
fuck.
It was
You know,
not.
I've never had lasagna. I've heard a
Spaghetti
lot of
cake.
good things about it, but I've personally never tried it.
Come on, dude.
When
Yeah, it
this is all
literally is
over, we
spaghetti
should
cake.
go to the Olive Garden, dude.
Why?
Oh my God. That's true, huh? Let's go to a different
I don't
Olive
want to go
Garden.
back. We stole their salt.
Wait, did you
I
guys
don't
steal like
know.
an actual container of salt or?
Where's the other nearest Olive
Yeah.
Garden?
So
Oh
what? What
my
does that
god.
cost? 99 cents?
Yeah. Or
Sergio
sea
did.
salt. So I don't know if that.
That's cool. You can have it in your kitchen and be like, hey, like,
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah,
gonna.
It didn't
but it
stole
had
this
even.
the
shit.
Olive
It
Garden
didn't
logo,
even. Don't
so
even lie. It didn't even have the
reselled
Olive Garden
value.
logo on it.
Was it just like a salt shaker?
No, it did not. It's literally in my room right now. I can see it. I can see it
Yeah,
right
it
now.
did. I swear it did.
They weren't even pink. They're white.
That's horrible. So it's just regular
Okay, but
table
the
salt.
rocks
You
were
remember
pink,
thing
so
everything
the salt
wrong.
rocks were pink. Oh shit,
I
never
think he's
Oh
mind.
trying
my
to.
God.
He's trying. I think he's like has the picture of
I don't even
Malaysian
remember the
salt
stuff
or
I fucked
something in
up
his head.
on. I think I'm remembering. No, I
Okay,
think I'm
so
remembering a
let's
different
see.
time I
Oh,
stole
okay.
salt.
So speaking back onto the legislature that they want to pass.
Sure.
Oh my
What's
God.
your guys' personal opinion on that?
I know Daniel's for it.
I thought it was already passed. If you're a normal human
He's
being,
built
no, I'm
different,
not.
guys.
If
Don't
you're a
listen to him.
normal human being, you're being against it.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm
me
just
too.
I'm just glad
In all
that
honesty, it's
they get their shit beat
uh,
up
like,
in prison. They have people on the outside, like lawyers and shit, to research like everyone that goes in. If they're a pedophile,
I
if
heard,
you're
yeah.
apparently if you're their cellmate, it's your job to like fuck them up
I think that's true.
and like
How it
they're watch from
works.
outside to make sure
honestly,
you
I,
fuck them
I've
up.
heard I've heard from a person who had first hand experience of beating someone up.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously they're gonna be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
fuck
it
you,"
is.
like, "What did you do? You're horrible." I mean, I'm in here for life anyway, so I mean, might as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
I mean, I could see
Yeah,
it
basically.
honestly, because I mean, once you're locked up for that amount of time, you're kind of just like, hey, well, I mean, I'm kind of here. Everything's kind of bad. What's really gonna happen now? They're gonna put me in solitary. That just means I'm away from general population. Like, honest, I feel like solitary would be way better than actually being in with general population. Like,
Yeah.
just because you don't have to worry about some guy shanking you for like your
Nah, but
No,
local
if
no,
you're
no. But
already
population.
you're in
established,
like a
though,
little
man.
hole. You're alone for like months at a
Okay,
time.
yeah, but Alex, yeah, Alex. Here's a counter.
Yeah.
We barely have contact with anybody from school, and look how insane we're going. Now they barely have contact with anybody, and they're like, and
It's
like
true.
Yeah, I could see it,
fucking room
but
that's
I mean,
barely bigger than their bed.
the comparison for it, in my opinion, isn't really that the same because here we at least have the freedom to move around and do whatever, and we don't live in the constant fear that we're gonna get shanked for like a loaf of bread or something.
I don't think it's that bad. You're making it way worse. Prison is just like, I think it depends what city, what place you are. Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. Obviously, I mean, if you get bad,
Yeah,
you
dude, they
obviously
have
gonna be like,
TVs and
"Fuck you," we're
shit.
gonna shank you, whatever. But I mean, if you're cool with everybody, man, it's really not that bad.
I mean, I guess
Obviously, if
Like
you're
we
if
really
both
It's like
have two
bad,
school. It's like
different.
school basically.
yeah.
almost, yeah.
That's PogChamp.
Um,
Yeah,
Yes. So
yeah, it's
basically,
pretty
would you
alright.
rather be in
I know
yeah. Can
some
we
school?
all
some
agree
people definitely
prison's
make
pretty
it home
pog?
after a while.
So yeah, solitary confinement or prison, it's just being in school or just being in one
Yeah.
little tiny classroom by yourself. With
Yeah,
yeah,
I can see
basically
it.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but
Pretty
I
much.
hear if like wait, I know some prisons do have like they have their own they have their own like ward for pedophiles basically.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, sometimes they're separated. Any sexual assault victims, or I mean assaulters, to like rapists or
yeah, no.
Uh-huh.
It's the
pedophiles,
same thing for
they have like
homosexuals
their own
because
area because
That is
they're gonna
true.
get
I
fucking
Oh
beat up.
yeah.
yeah, no, it is. I remember reading it somewhere that they also, or some
Is
prisons
it really?
specifically now, they're separating homosexuals from general population for their own safety and the safety for other people. I mean, yeah, if you have some like
Because they're gonna
really
get butt
buff guy
fucked by
some
everyone
like
and
really
also
buff
butt fuck
biker
other people.
that also so happens to be like Christian or whatever, just imagine.
Oh god. And poor.
Yeah.
Jesus, literally no one's safe.
Or just imagine a buff gay guy in prison. Yeah. Well,
mingle,
damn.
I mean,
mingle.
So wait, so they
I
put
don't
them
think
with
it'd
the
be
other
like
gay people
that.
so
I
they
think
can just
it'd be
mingle with each
more.
other.
It still has the same structure essentially, but it's yeah. No, I think it
What the
would
hell?
be.
That's fucking retarded. They're gonna spread AIDS to each other.
Whoa. Come on,
What do you
Edwin.
mean?
Nah,
What?
that's not even PC,
Yeah,
bro.
You don't think
whoa,
they're gonna?
dude.
You think they're not gonna butt fuck each other?
I thought you were better than that,
Yeah, but
dude.
that doesn't equal AIDS. Yeah, what the hell?
Here, I have a question for you
If they
guys.
have AIDS,
Well,
What?
regarding AIDS.
yeah.
Okay, so all. Okay, I just realized how that could. Yeah, no. So you know how it's transmitted from person to person, right?
Mm-hmm.
How
Sure.
did the first person get it?
Didn't they bang a monkey?
Yeah.
I heard.
My gym partner is a monkey.
Yeah. Or something like that.
Yeah, I can see it.
No, then.
Yeah. God, those people must have been like, they're literally dangerously
And they
horny. Like
killed in process
they
killed
gave up
so
their
many people.
humanity because of how
Yeah,
horny they
and
were.
created one of the worst viruses we've seen.
Well, I don't think it had to just be that you
Yeah.
fucked a monkey. It could have
They
been
literally
that you
caused the
ate monkey
disease.
meat and then it had AIDS in it.
Yeah.
Something there.
Oh man.
Nah, sounds too mainstream.
Sounds too plausible. No, yeah. Let's go with the.
Still, why would you eat a monkey?
Oh did you guys hear that the first person
Yeah, it sounds
he
way too
completely
cool, dude.
fought off HIV with his own immune system like nothing else?
Really?
Yeah. Like his immune system was able to fight it off.
The first person who got it. So not only was he the first patient
Yeah, so
zero, he was
it's like
also the
fantastic. So I think
vaccine,
maybe they could use that guy to make a
pretty
cure.
much.
Maybe I don't know. No, this was recently where someone was immune to it.
Isn't he dead already though?
I think what he
Yeah,
understood
yeah.
was the first person to get it fought it off.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Oh,
no,
really?
I'm not sure what happened in that case.
Well,
No,
no,
I don't think
if
they
the
know who
first person to
patient
get
zero
it
was.
fought it off, unless
Oh,
I mean, I guess I could
that's what
see
I thought you meant.
where you were
I was
reasoning with it.
confused.
Like if he got it, transmitted it to other people, but then he fought it off. But yeah,
Does anyone even know who the patient zero is? I would assume
No.
no,
I would
right?
assume it's
Yeah.
just
Nobody knows who it is.
someone in like the 18 to 1900s.
Probably not. It's probably been around since like
I don't think a
cavemen.
patient zero would be able to be
Yeah.
identified. I mean, maybe by death if death records were kept, but
Who cares anyways?
yeah.
They weren't really kept back then. Why would they?
Unless they were built
You know,
different.
even
Unless
if they
they're
found
fake.
a cure for AIDS, I feel like the companies would just keep it to themselves because they make so much money off medications to
Yeah.
treat AIDS. If they just gave a cure for AIDS, I mean, they'd make less money. So they just keep it under wraps.
That's horrendous. Though it can't be all money though. There has to be some humanity
Nope.
in those people.
There's zero
I mean, I
money.
get
There has to be.
I mean,
There has to
no.
be.
I mean, in my personal opinion, think about it like
even a
this:
little.
Jeff Bezos is
No,
one of the
literally a little.
richest men alive, right? He could
Mhm.
most likely, with his entire net worth. Yeah, no.
Yeah, but he's also
That's the thing
he's
with a
also
bunch of
a
millionaires and
little
billionaires.
bitch.
They can do so much with the cash that they have, but every day they choose not to. Where it's like Jeff Bezos could probably fix, like, at least in the United States.
Yeah, but
Would you though? If you were in that man's
Bill
situation,
Gates
you
donates
built
a
this
fuck ton of
entire
money,
empire.
dude.
Would you just be like, time to drop it off, time to cure a disease?
I mean, I would want to say
Oh
that I
my
would, but
god!
in
Yeah,
all
you're
honesty,
different.
yeah, no, I
Sorry,
can't.
sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. I can't say that I would in all honesty, just because I know that everything changes once you get that money.
Of course.
I want to, I really do, but like, I don't know if let's say for us, like we come from like a bad area or something like that, and we're poor, and we make it all the
Yeah,
way
it's
up
like
there. It's like, why do we
it's like
think
screw
that we
that.
need to help
This is
other
gonna be
people?
for
Like,
me, and literally
no
no
one
one in my
fucking
family
helped us
will
to
ever
get
have to
here.
work again.
Yeah, it's
Why
like
can't they
we
cure the
made it. It's
disease?
not like we had no help. Why can't they?
And even if they
Yeah,
did
yeah.
something good with it, I'm
No, but like,
sure
why
it's
can't
just
they
for
help
publicity,
themselves
just
or
to
like
look
get
good.
as big? You get me?
Definitely.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Alright.
no, Bill
No, like
Gates.
some
I
people,
think he
some people
donated
donate a
like
lot of
all of.
money, but like they
At
don't
some
talk about
point,
it.
he donated like, I think what
A
Mm-hmm.
good chunk
Apple's
of his
net
money.
worth.
no,
Apparently, what I heard was that for Bill
Oh, that's
Gates,
true.
apparently, like in his will, he's not
Oh
giving any
wow.
I
money
mean,
to his
that's
kids. I
good
think he's giving
because I
it to
mean
like
they're gonna at
charities.
least have to work for it, but at the same time, that's kind of like,
Yeah.
Oh my ass! Yeah, they're gonna sneak some money in. Come on. How are they not? And they're already rich anyways. What do you mean? Gonna work for it? You think they're freaking billionaires right now?
I guess, but like,
Yeah, they're probably living large
yeah,
right now, dude.
Oh, my daddy
honestly.
died. I'm so poor now.
The other thing that I never really liked about all like money and all that is celebrities. Celebrities are disgusting in my opinion.
You mean like actors, singers? What are you talking about? The most
More
famous
actors
TikTokers?
not
like
all of
Hollywood
them. Like some
celebrities.
of them are good. Like
For me, it's people are so obsessed with them and their lives. It's like not healthy, and it's not.
I'd say more actors,
I don't know. I guess I
talk
just
show
never really
hosts.
understood it.
You mean like paparazzi, like TMZ type shit?
All right, like Kanye West. Like, all right, Kanye West. He did some pretty crazy stuff, but
Yeah.
he is just trying
Yeah,
to
he's a musician though. He's not an
like
actor.
not
That's like
talk about
not
shit
what
like
I
in his
was.
life. You get me? He's one of the biggest
Yeah, so still a
musicians ever,
musician, not even a
or
movie
like
star.
in our time.
No.
Well, yeah, but
Literally
he's
does
with
nothing. What are you
fucking
talking
To
Kim
about?
answer
Kardashian.
Yeah, she does nothing yet she gets all the
Exactly,
fame. It's weird.
but the family in general is fucking
It's
big.
hilarious.
No, to answer Sergio's question, not like paparazzi, because they're at least
Yeah.
going for the bag.
Mhm.
They got that grind, looking for celebrities every day.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they have that. What I'm talking about is like the overly.
Do you
That
mean the
falls
people
into
that like
part of it
are
too.
trying to cancel everyone or
What I'm
and
really
shit like
talking about
that?
is like the overly obsessed fans that like have their tweet notifications on. It's like first to
100%.
like everything, buy all the merch.
That's cringe.
I mean,
Wow.
I could, yeah, no, I can understand like wanting to support your favorite actor
Fan,
and all
pretty
that,
much.
but some people take it way too extremely far, and then they treat them like gods at the same time, and it's.
All right, like if I were to be famous, I probably wouldn't want to be treated like a god because
You don't know.
I
You
don't
feel
know. I
bad. Thank
feel
you for that
bad.
Thank you.
assessment.
You're just different. Daniel's different. From the source, Daniel's different. You heard it, people.
Hola, vecino.
Heard it here first.
Actually, no. Never mind.
Yeah, no, she
Never
would like
mind.
it.
No. Never mind. I have a big
Everyone
ego. I
would.
probably would like it.
I'd like it, yeah.
No, I don't think everyone
Huh?
does.
Oh
Fucking,
my God! Don't even
I mean,
start with that
Edgar.
guy.
Mac
Don't
DeMarco
even.
doesn't. No, but Mac DeMarco does. No, exactly. But I'm just talking
What?
about fucking Edgar. Like,
Okay.
fucking Mac DeMarco hates you.
Yeah, he does.
Speaking of
He doesn't like it.
Like, Mac DeMarco hates being
Yeah,
treated
he
like
is
a
the only
god and
different one,
shit.
yeah.
Dude, whatever, dude. Screw him,
He's
dude.
different. He's different.
I'm down to kick his ass, dude.
Hey, you guys have a
Okay.
question.
Okay,
Speaking of
Edgar.
like, I guess
He's the
being
only.
treated like gods and all that. What's your guys' opinion on clout?
Clout.
Wow.
And clout in the sense where
Doesn't
it's like
Clout just fall in?
no, like clout chasers
What
and all
about
that.
it?
People trying to like chase the bag but cheat their way to it.
Oh.
I say go for it. I mean, if it gets you there, I mean, why not? Yeah.
Okay, but
Fuck it.
here, let me
Fuck it.
re-emphasize
They're
it, I
chasing
guess.
the bag.
People who record themselves like you've seen the videos where they like rob like
Okay, well,
eloteros
I'm gonna say
and
no right
ice
now
cream
because you
men.
just said Rob, so yeah, so it's already no.
No, all right, no. And that part,
Yeah,
where they're
Bunker.
like,
Oh
where they're
my God.
like fucking, what was that guy's name? Boonk or something like that.
No, that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. Clout
yeah,
chasers,
like those
people
type of
who
people. No, that's
actively
fucking stupid
try to
and
do
horrible.
anything to get or like cheat their way to popularity and all that. Like I think it was last year. Like last
See, but
year.
everyone thought he
If
was
they're
doing
like funny
something
or like
funny.
do something funny,
Yeah,
then
no,
that's fine.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know, but
But
obviously, but
but those
somebody thinks
people are
he's
fucking
funny.
stupid.
yeah, like last
I
year.
mean, shit.
What happened? Everything that was happening with the
I
ice
guess.
cream. Remember, people licking the ice cream.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Ice cream.
God.
What
Yeah,
happened?
and then I'm trying to
Yeah,
think of
that's
other
stupid.
ones.
No.
You don't remember that, Edgar? When people was like, they
What the fuck?
they take ice cream out
Oh
of like their store freezers,
yeah.
and they open it
Or
and
I
lick it,
swear to
and
or
then
God.
do
put
you
it
guys
back.
remember the like the people who would go into like stores and stuff, and they would like trash the entire store and then leave.
Oh yeah, they like jump into racks of like chips and shit, right?
Yeah, and they're like opening chips.
Just
Oh yeah,
it's like
like
what are you?
dog.
It's genuinely
They
upsetting to
barely
see
have
that.
enough money.
Me too, but I mean the thing is, people always
Yeah,
like
it really pisses me off.
no matter what it is, someone's always gonna be like egging them on, and it's disgusting.
It's ridiculous, dude. Is there like a justified version of that? Because I know Daniel, right? You were saying before that it's like, oh yeah, it's okay. They're going to go chase the bag. Like, what's an okay version of that? Of like clout chasing though, like not obviously jumping in
No, I mean
racks of
just
chips.
people
I
like
mean, I
don't know
guess the
doing.
only justified version of clout chasing that I could see is
Let me
like hopping on a trend and
Let me
trying to
think.
like do it, like what happened with Damn Daniel or like the water bottle challenge or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my, no,
Oh
dude.
Don't
God.
talk about Damn
For us,
Daniel. I
Ben,
heard that
he got
every
it
day in
banned
middle
at
school.
Monte Vista. He would literally
Oh
just
my
repeat
God.
the sentence like 24/7.
How?
We had an entire assembly and all that because whenever a white
No.
I'm not surprised.
I'm being serious. Whenever a white car would pass by,
The damn
the only thing you
Daniel
would hear
assembly.
from like the end of the blacktop or whatever would be, "Damn, Daniel!" And
Oh, that's so awful.
I know we had an entire assembly.
That's horrible. Dude, oh my god.
Oh my god, I remember
In
that
middle
too.
school, I remember everyone would smash
Yeah.
the Smarties and smoke them. That's horrible.
To be fair, it's literally affecting nobody negatively, not even the people who are doing that.
I mean, I guess. Yeah,
It was like the cringiest shit ever.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's
I
just like, I
wouldn't.
guess,
I personally
promoting.
wouldn't do that just because it's one promoting and you just look stupid doing it.
Promoting what?
You look like an absolute fool.
Yeah.
It's
Smoking
an absolute
Smarties.
buffoon in front of your friends. You look foolish.
Jesus.
Oh god, shit. But I don't know, man. With the cloud chasing, I don't know if there's any justified version because it's either you're doing something negative or you're doing something where I see it as you don't deserve it. You don't deserve the attention
By
or
clout
money
chasing,
you're
I thought you
gaining.
guys meant like rappers like dissing on each other, be like, "Oh yeah, fuck this guy," and then people.
Well, they've done that for forever.
Clout chasing, I guess. That's
Yeah, I guess
one
I could see
justified
Yeah, I
that.
version of
know.
clout
But I
chasing.
mean, if they're releasing
That's clout
songs and
chasing.
diss tracks, at least you can put it.
There's art behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's an art behind it. With regular clout chasing,
it's all in
yeah.
good taste. Let's just
Yeah,
say that.
then
I mean,
it's
it's
good
all for
clout
the
Probably
bag
chasing.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
In the end,
The
fuck
big
it.
bag
Just,
with a
as long
dollar
as
sign.
you're chasing the bag. As long as it's technically fucking
Monopoly.
okay.
What's your guys' opinion on capital punishment?
Yeah.
Is that the
That's
death?
Yes,
What is it?
that's
Yeah, that's that.
penalty.
like what?
Oh,
I honestly encourage
Death
capital
penalty?
punishment on pedophiles.
Yeah. What else? Just I support it.
I'd say yeah, like pedophiles, rapists, even murderers. I find it ridiculous
Yeah.
that like they'll put you in there for your entire life, but
Yeah,
oh my god,
Okay, but it depends on the murder. No, I mean
do
like
they go to
self
prison
defense
for
because
that?
some people still get fucking trials for
I mean,
that.
I
Well,
guess.
then obviously that's not what I meant.
But I
Okay.
mean, then again, you
Mhm.
can call into question what's happened before. Like I forgot who it was, but I remember watching a documentary on it where a guy got accused of murder. He was black and he was he was like I think either a quarterback or a running man.
Oh, O.J. Simpson.
No, not OJ. This was some guy in high school. He got accused of a murder, and he went to prison. And I think he stayed in prison for like 10 years, and then he got released after they found a technicality, or he got released on a technicality, I think, because they found some inconsistencies with the case, and they found out that he really didn't, I guess, commit the murder. But I mean, he he was gonna have a full ride to like some college or something, and his entire life just kind of came crashing down because of that one murder thing. So I mean, I guess I could see why people wouldn't want like to immediately kill all people who are, I guess, called murderers, because some people are found like innocent like
well, I don't think
years
that's the
later.
only reason why. I mean, there's also severities. There's first degree murder, second degree murder, third degree murder. You know.
Okay, I think you would. I think personally, what I would say
Mandela?
is if it's premeditated, like first degree murder, like straight up,
Obviously,
Anime.
that's
that
bad.
I would put that as death. Second degree murder, I would put it a little bit more, because I mean, second degree murder, I guess, would kind of fall into you were thinking of it, but
But
like it's
it was in the it was like in
like
the
early stages.
I got a phone
no,
call.
I mean like it was like in the moment. It was an in the moment decision to do.
Yeah, I
Then,
guess.
Like a
You know.
crime of passion.
And
Like
then
you're walking
Yeah,
on your
crime of
wife
passion. There
cheating.
you go.
Yeah, and then I guess third degree murder is
An accident, right? Like a complete accident.
it's either an accident or involuntary.
That's
No.
that's
Wait,
that's
what?
more like 20 years in prison or like
No,
25 years in prison.
a little.
Like, come on,
Mm-hmm.
there's no need to go more than that. Now
Yeah, but if it's first degree, I feel like they should definitely just like
that should be
But then
send you to
again,
the chair.
like the case that I was talking about with the high school kid, his murder, he was charged with first degree murder.
what the hell was
Yeah,
this?
but I don't think you can really let the exception be the rule, though.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, when there are those exceptions, it almost feels unjust.
It does. You know what? I don't know, man. Shit.
Okay, here
I still support it. I just think we
Okay,
need to
this is
like
actually a
be
good
more careful
segue.
with this
What
shit.
is your opinion on
Like when we
Gitmo
draw
and
someone.
Guantanamo?
I don't even know what that is.
Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah,
The
I,
yeah.
the
I assume
military
Getmo
camps.
is another similar like prison.
Yeah, no, it's a military camp where they send terrorists.
Oh shit!
For interrogation.
For
Yeah,
Is
what?
it?
you can call it that.
What?
Like
Yeah,
I
because it
remember.
isn't.
Oh, what?
Is it not that?
Sorry.
Is it?
Well, I mean, you can call it interrogation. It's more torture.
Why the hell would they do that? That's retarded. Just torture them for fun or what?
Fuck it. I mean, if they're terrorists, look at what they. If they're terrorists, like think about everything they've
No, it's
done.
because
But
yeah, no.
I
In
don't
all
know.
honesty, I support it
Because let's be real,
100%.
they'd also torture us, no matter
And
Why?
what.
They're
I mean,
messed up in the
it's
head. Why?
well, I mean
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. They're probably messed up in the head. They probably have mental
Retard is
issues. They
talking
probably,
about
like,
torturing
that made
terrorists.
them want to do terrorism. So I don't think they should be tortured for that.
well, I mean, like
It's
Sergio said, the exception shouldn't be the rule.
Yeah.
No, it's just how they grew
No,
up.
because okay, here,
Yeah.
let me
It's
put
just
an
how they grew
example
up.
into I guess play. I
But like
guess
they grew up
we're
wrong
talking
because
about like a Middle
you know.
Eastern. I'm not gonna say man or woman just because it's whatever. But like
Whatever.
a Middle Eastern person who had been radicalized, right?
Uh huh.
They drive a car like full of like nitrate or whatever. Like okay, propane. They drive a car full of propane into like a like an opera house or whatever,
All right.
planning to like kill everyone inside.
Mm-hmm.
But the car,
Embassy.
they only like injure like 50 and kill 2,
Mm-hmm.
and they're caught.
Okay.
Failed terrorist event or whatever.
Yeah.
It's how would you personally deal with that?
From prison, maximum security prison. Yeah.
Prison.
That's
Okay, but think about it like this: there was 500 people attending,
No, that's
including like a
dumb.
church full of girls.
Okay. Girls specifically.
And, like why would they go? Why would they go to maximum security prison without asking
Obviously
them
interrogate
and
them, but
torturing them to see
he was
like
saying
what
torture
do
them
they
just because
why
they're
and
terrorists.
shit.
Yeah, no, I know it sounds inhumane.
They do the
but
same exact
for
shit to
me,
us.
it's when ideals come into play.
They're
Yeah, no,
more
when ideals come
inhumane
into
than
play,
us.
it's very dangerous
They're gonna
territory
kill a
just
bunch of
because
people.
when it comes to that, it's
You know what? That is true. I didn't think of that. Yeah, they could spread their ideas in the prison, and when the prisoners get out, they could. Yeah, all right. I see
Yeah,
that. I
no,
see that.
that could-
All right. Didn't think of it that way.
well, I mean, what I was saying with ideals is it's
Yeah.
dangerous territory because people will go their entire lives believing something and they won't come off of it because they're almost safe with it, I guess. It's the only thing that they've grown up knowing, and anything else could like scare them or something, I guess.
Yeah, so yeah, it makes sense to have a prison for them, but you guys were saying that they torture
I guess.
them.
No, because I mean, I mentioned it because I remember that there was this one big thing. I think it was with Obama that he wanted to close Gitmo and he wanted to close like Guantanamo because people were calling it inhumane.
Well, Obama wasn't a really good president.
All presidents have done some pretty terrible
He
things.
did some fucked up
Little
shit.
claim.
That's
Well, yeah, but everyone treats him like a god.
to be
when
fair.
he's
He
really
did claim
not
the
that
kill
good
of
at all.
Osama bin Laden though. That that happened under him.
Like what the?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but you can't forget that Obama was also exposed for the entire.
Yeah, sure.
Watergate.
No, that yes, no, I'm talking about Edward Snowden.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar. What was that?
Back with the leak, the NSA leak, where it confirmed that the government was spying on American citizens.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he was
So
the president exposed for that. Edward Snowden right now he's in Russia. Like he went into exile basically because the CIA kind of like put a hit on him.
So they don't know where he
Basically.
is,
God.
but he's in Russia somewhere.
No, he's in Russia. It's confirmed he's in Russia.
Yeah, I know.
Because he went to Korea first. If it's not Korea, then it's Japan. And then he went to Russia, and Russia is just not exiling him because,
Yeah,
Russia.
Jesus
that's what I said.
Christ.
They don't know where he is right now, but they just know he's in Russia somewhere.
Oh, yeah, basically.
Oh, but that's horrible.
I didn't even know that, and I still thought he was a bad president.
Yeah, no, and it's not just that. People were talking to Trump about, like, wanting to pardon Edward Snowden. But I want to know why I think that would be such a bad idea.
Why?
Even if he were to get a pardon, he could never come back to the U.S. Just think about it. High-ranking officials from the CIA, the NSA, because the NSA was mainly the one who got brought down on this because they were leading the project. So top-ranking officials would obviously want Snowden dead because, well, I mean, it's going to kind of be a grudge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even if he were to be pardoned, he could never technically come back to the U.S. and be safe.
Oh my God.
So I'm sorry, but what did
There's a
Edward
lot of
Snowden
fucked up
do?
shit going on.
He
Not clear on
he
that.
was a whistleblower. I guess you could almost call it treason, where he showed a bunch of classified government files confirming that the NSA was leading a project into spying on the American people.
Oh, okay. That's a connection. That's a connection, I think.
Yeah.
So Edward Snowden basically just leaked it out
I
to the
think that's a
American people,
dub
like, hey,
for.
look, they're spying
He's
on
a
you.
good guy for
Yeah,
that.
no, he was a part of the NSA for a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Wait a minute,
It's pretty badass.
that's
honestly,
not right."
it's terrible for him though, because
Yeah.
I guess, but for him, I
Yeah,
know
but he
that.
did it. He did it for us, pretty much.
Oh, excuse me. There was this this whole thing that happened in an Asian country. I can't remember if it's Japan or China. No, I think it would have had to been Japan or South Korea, one of those two. But basically, he when he was there, because okay, so let me set up, like, I guess, this little timeline of events. It's like he left the U.S. right around the same time that the entire whistleblowing went on. He booked a flight from there to the Asian country in particular, and that's when his passport got canceled. Like, the entire terror alert, I guess, almost went out saying, like, hey, this guy's kind of wanted for treason or whatever, because it was technically treason against the U.S. It was a treasonous act.
Yeah.
So it's
they died
all
for
of
that.
that went
Yeah,
out.
it is, but I still think
Yeah, no,
he was right.
all that went out, and then I think it's by some luck that he was able to catch a flight to Russia, and then there they granted him citizenship for like 2 years, and then something happened, and his citizenship was gonna expire, but I think he got lucky, and they granted him, I think, permanent residence there, so now he can kind of just stay there. But I all of it, from what I remember on the documentary that I watched it on, it was kind of like a lucky string of events.
I mean, good for him. I'm sure he's being right now a great aid to the Russian military.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, no, that's the other thing that people were talking about when they were bringing it to Trump. Like, a lot of people were saying, like, hey, he's probably, like, saying stuff to the Russians since he was a part of the NSA and all that.
Well, I mean, it's
Probably
outdated
how
stuff now.
I
It's back in
assumed
2013.
that's how he got the permanent citizenship.
Yeah,
I'm
I'd assume
sure
that's
just
how
probably
he's not
locked
dead
up
yet
well.
in Russia or something.
I mean, but that would kind of be a double standard if you were to think about it, where it's like, hey, this government's doing something bad, but at the same time, I'm going to kind of, do this to this government, which also puts my people in danger, almost. Because, I mean, if he's doing it for the American people, then giving details about the U.S. to Russia would also kind of be a double standard, because he's kind of going against his people, you know? But then again, like he said, it could be just for survival, and who knows?
I'm sure it is. He has no choice.
I don't even know if I consider that treason though. It's because it's in the interest of the American people.
It's treason against the government.
Yeah, basically, not us, not us like nobodies.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I know, but
No,
like
but
in
it's
my
still
eyes,
treason too.
that guy
And
seems very
treason
law,
gets capital
law,
punishment,
pretty much.
right?
Yeah, treason does get capital punishment. It's one of the
Yeah.
few crimes that does.
Man.
I mean, for me, treason would be like a fleet commander in the Navy ordering his like boats to fire on like ordering his boats to fire on either U.S. civilians or like other Navy boats. Like I know it's an extreme, but that's what my like idea of treason is.
That was funny. In my head, just
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Killed their own army.
Playing Battleship IRL.
Oh,
Trump launches a nuke at the White House. Thought that'd be funny.
oh.
No, yeah.
So,
Damn.
I guess using this to segue on.
Dude, I saw like this. There's like a. I was
Oh wait,
looking
no,
at
you
some
can go. You can go.
What? Oh, I was just looking at some like presidential assassination attempts, and like this guy was like outside the gates of the White House trying to kill the president inside the fucking house. He was only using like
Oh,
a
I remember. I
assault
remember
rifle,
that.
but did he really
It was an
think he'd
AR-15,
be able
right?
to shoot it
And the
from
bullets
outside
only hit like
all
the
the way into
outer
there?
side of the. I mean, even then,
Yeah,
the bullets wouldn't have been able to penetrate any of the windows.
yeah, definitely
Oh,
not. Like,
actually, using
why
that
does he?
as
That's so
segue, what's
dumb.
your guys' opinion on gun control?
Oh my god, that was smooth. Gotta give it to you. Gotta give it to you, Alex.
It's almost like this whole thing's planned. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
wow.
That was smooth.
Very nice.
And does anyone want to go first?
Almost.
Take away
What else
guns.
is there to?
The
There's
criminals
not
are gonna
really
get
anything to
guns
say
anyways. They're
about
gonna
it.
do something
I
bad
support
anyways.
it.
Oh, they took away my guns now. I guess I'm not gonna do that school shooting. Yep, because it's illegal. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. They're gonna get guns illegally.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, yeah. They're
Yeah, it's
illegal
definitely
guns
not like they
anyways.
got the guns legally. It's
Yeah.
make guns illegal.
No, you guys,
they
come
were
on, make guns
they
illegal.
were illegal.
If
to
they're
them.
illegal, they can't legally fire on us.
Legally.
Yeah, they can't legally get them then. I'd say just like a.
Oh yeah, no,
I
that's
think
a
a mental
definite.
state evaluation
There should
be
definitely
done
be like
before they get a
procedures
gun.
done to make sure that the person that you're giving a gun would be the exact same person that you would want like.
The
Yeah. But like for illegally wise, like the school shooters, like there's
Yeah.
not really stuff we can
In
do.
my opinion, gun control
because
is
they got
good
them
just
illegally.
because it's like. Yeah.
Yeah, if anything, it just makes it more unsafe to the people. If it's harder for them to
I mean,
get
it's
guns,
good,
and the
like
people who get
especially
them
with gun
illegally have
limits.
them.
Because I mean, I personally, I don't know how I would feel if I knew that like my neighbor was packing
Yeah.
a like a Browning or something, just kind of had it chilling in his garage or something. I mean, obviously not in his garage, like in a safe somewhere, but
well, yeah, why not? Why not in his garage?
because I mean, you have to legally
I like
what?
you know what's dumb? Any gun that has
That
like
is-
wood
yeah,
on it,
that's
like
true,
a wood
yeah.
stock, everyone automatically
I don't make
assumes
that
it's like
assumption. I just think it
safer.
looks nice.
It's like
Retard who aren't
no,
into
not
guns.
yeah, not you, but like a lot of people do. Like I forgot who I was watching, but like they put out some guns and they said which gun they think is safer. And they
I
all
think,
pointed
in
to
my
the wood
opinion,
one,
what
even though they
could
have
be the
they're
reason for
pretty
that
much
would
the
be
same.
like wood is kind of when you think of wood, you think of like, oh yeah, it burns in like fire and all that. So you
It's
I guess
vulnerable.
yeah, or brittle.
No, what I was thinking is wood, older gun, not as advanced as a metal gun.
That's what they
Oh,
That's what I
think,
was
yeah,
thinking.
but it's not.
So
I mean,
vulnerable.
I guess, but I mean, think about it. There's like
I'm
AKs.
thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
AKs, they have wooden stocks, but they're basically just as modern as
Mhm.
Yeah,
any
Like
modern
all the
like
AKs from
AR-15.
like the Soviet Union from the 80s, they all have wooden stocks.
that's where people are based, huh? That's where they're based.
But I don't think automatic weapons be the discussion because mainly all the gun violence is happening in inner cities with handguns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it's not just
I-
that. You look at the UK for an example. They can't have, or they don't have easy access to guns, so they literally just move on to knives, or
Oh yeah, they have like the biggest knife. Like what is it? Assault,
Per-
right?
oh yeah, like
Right?
you have to get a permit to get like a kitchen knife and all that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
Really?
no, it's the same
So
thing
those jokes
for
about them having licenses for everything is real.
It's the same thing for what is it? What is it?
Wasn't it China?
Oh no, for knives or not knives. Scissors. You can't buy scissors if you're not over 18, or if you're not under.
Oh my.
Yeah, no, you need an adult to buy scissors for you.
What?
Man, fuck that, dude. I don't want to get stabbed. I already get shot.
That's the same in Japan. They don't have a. In Japan, they don't have guns, but they have knives. So the police they carry around these long poles that like they use to like lock
Jesus.
people
Just
in,
feel like back
and
That's
it
in the
comedic.
actually
not stab
works. Yeah, it's just they can push them against a wall and they can't
You
they
just carry
can't
that
reach the
on
person because
like
it's
on
a
their
long
belt.
pole, and it just locks around them pretty much.
Oh, really, really long.
No,
Like,
it's
is it
a
in their
really long
car, or
pole.
what do you mean? Because I assume it'd be inconvenient to walk around. Oh, okay.
So do they just have like disassembled like in their belt? And
Probably
then
in a
oh,
car
got
or
a guy and
something.
then just put out, assemble it and just do it, or what?
Or maybe it's like a spike strip where it's like concealed and all
Maybe.
that, but when you need it, you kind of just like throw
Okay,
it
right
out.
now.
True, true. Okay.
Mm.
Maybe. I mean, in all honesty, going back to the gun
Yeah.
control topic, it's assault rifles and all that. It's assault rifles shouldn't be banned, but there should be a limit. Like you shouldn't be able to get like 120 round like box mags for them.
No, but
The,
but obviously it's stupid. But I mean, there's
Yeah.
gonna be people that are gonna be like, oh no, new world order. We have to be stocked up against the government. What if the government, turns on us? We have to be able to fight them. That's their excuse. That's what they try to.
Like that
No,
that one guy who like
that's a
who has
collector.
so
That's a
many
collector.
weapons, like he even has
That's
well, I
totally
mean,
tanks
different.
no,
and LMGs.
no, he brings up
No,
a really
but
good
he can
point.
fire
Do you guys
them.
remember
Imagine
FPS
someone were
Russia? He
to.
was like a really
Yeah,
popular
like if
YouTuber.
all that.
He,
Yeah, I remember.
yeah, no, he had an
Pretty
entire
sure.
like arsenal of weapons. Like he had
Yeah.
tanks, he had all that, and the government really wanted him because he was based here in the U.S.
Mhm.
They really wanted him, and you know what he got? He didn't get caught up on any gun charges. You know what they caught him with?
What?
I think it was weed,
It
right?
was weed. Yeah, they got him
That's
with weed,
crazy, dude. Dang.
and his entire stock went to
What
ATF.
happened?
Holy shit.
So the U.S. didn't like this one YouTuber. His
What
name was
happened?
FPS Russia. Yeah, they got him for weed. They wanted him that bad. So
Really?
people
They
say
got
that
him?
it was planted. Yeah, no, he did. He had like
Really?
like fully automatic
He had a lot of
A12 with like
weapons, though.
drum mags. Yeah, he had artillery. It was crazy.
Even I had like artillery.
To be fair,
I mean, not really.
That's
All you
ridiculous.
really need is a
Isn't that
permit.
crazy how they could get
Like,
that?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to think about that.
No, I know,
You're
but I'm
able
just
to
I
saying
mean,
like
it
in
is
general that they
crazy.
can.
But did you know that you can own a
No.
tank here in the U.S. and you don't even need a permit or anything? It's technically considered a motorized vehicle.
Yeah, it's just a car with a gun in it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, they decommissioned the cannon, the
You
cannon,
just can't have
and
the
the
actual
treads
cannon.
have to be switched out for rubber treads. But other than that, you can like own a tank.
Oh shit.
Just driving just go in a tank. Why not?
Or well, I mean, you can't do
Yeah, I
that.
know.
It's there's I think you have to have a permit to drive it. Like on, no, I'm
No,
pretty
no,
sure you can't drive it on roads. That
Yeah.
I think that would be an obvious.
I've seen YouTube videos of people just driving their tank on the road. They're like, "Fuck it, we're just driving my tank on the road with a regular driver's license and just get away with it."
That must be a small town, though.
Oh, that is. Yeah.
I don't get when people like compare assault rifles. Like they say, oh, it's so much faster than a pistol. Like if the fucking person with the
Well,
assault
I mean,
rifle
it's
can
not just
outrun
that.
a fucking
I've
bullet.
seen some pistols that have a fire
From, like, a
or a
pistol.
higher fire rate than like AR-15s or M16s.
I know, but then they only want to ban the ARs, and they don't want to ban
Yeah,
shotguns.
you don't have to aim that
Arguably,
shit.
you
You
could
just
kill way
point it
more
towards
people
them
with a
and boom.
shotgun.
God damn it,
Especially in a school shooting.
we're definitely getting on a watch list after this.
Daniel, what are
Yeah.
you talking about?
And a
ARs?
buckshot
ARs
can,
aren't
like,
even
destroy
automatic,
bricks.
bro. They're like single action.
No, I know AR-15s. I know AR-15s.
Well, I know,
No, yeah,
but
I know AR-15s. They're semi.
everybody wants to only ban them.
But no, I'm saying AR-15 in the sense that most people, when they think of an AR-15,
Yeah,
they
but I
either
know
think assault
everyone only
rifle or
wants to ban
automatic
them.
rifle. When an AR-15 is technically, I guess you could consider it almost like
Yeah.
like a bolt action almost. They don't. I know that the comparison is terrible, but I mean, when you think about it, it's basically a bolt action sniper.
Sniper? Where did that come from?
In the sense that
I
bolt actions, they
guess.
take a bit to fire because you have to pull the bolt back, and AR-15s you don't have to pull the bolt back, but they also take a second to fire. They're not fully automatic.
Yeah.
But when people hear AR, they either think automatic rifle or assault rifle.
They think, ooh, big, scary automatic. And
Yeah, basically. I don't know. Gun, in my opinion, I guess to put it down to a nail, guns should be legal. You should be able to buy what you want, but with limitations.
just
Pistols are fine.
Yeah.
Assault rifles
I
are fine.
think,
If you want a fully
I think
automatic
pistols are
like
fine.
rifle, go for it. But I mean, first of all, there's gonna need to be like contingency plans and all that in check. Like before you should be able to buy it, you should have a
Mm-hmm. I think for like a gun license, you should like maybe
definitely.
get like a yearly.
And I feel like it
mental
shouldn't just be like
evaluation
the
check.
owner of the thing going over it. It should, well, obviously it's going to be a lot more advanced than that. It's going to be like,
Yeah, okay, like all right, so a bunch of school shootings that happens because the person's like brother or dad was like in the army. I feel like if you have like kids or somebody living with you, it should be
yeah.
extra
You mean
steps
something
to
called
like
a
make sure they
safe?
can't get it.
I mean, that's what trigger locks are for, but
Well, yeah, but they still get into it
Trigger
somehow.
locks.
I don't know. It's gun control has always been a bad,
it'd be a
scary
nice
topic.
place to put a segue.
But I mean, no, I'm not done. I'm not done.
Okay, sorry.
But even with the yearly checks, is that often enough? Because someone can lose it within a year, dude. Their life can completely crumble within that year.
I mean, would you say 6 months then? But I mean, at that point, it's almost like I mean, I guess that'd be great.
I don't know. I'm just trying to like
It's just
come
way
up
too
with
much
something
work.
that would realistically work. Because
But then again, even anything within a year, yeah, it's definitely a good starting point
a year is a good
for
starting
where
point
you
at
want to
least.
do it. But I mean, I feel like anything, like you could maybe get away with 6 months. Like every 6 months, you get a psychiatric evaluation. But even then, I feel like
Or if like they should have to report like
that
if something
sounds
like tragic
un-American.
happened to them. Like maybe they lost their
I
That
job. They
sounds
have to
kind.
I
report.
feel
That
like
sounds
most people
weird.
would honestly just kind of not
I
really
guess.
fall in line with any of those. Just because, I mean, people have a busy schedule as it is. I don't think anyone's gonna really want to be like, oh, time to get my,
Evaluation.
my
A psych eval.
evaluation.
No, I don't think they should have an evaluation. Just they should
Record what
like
in?
report it in. Report like.
See,
if
I
something
don't know.
happened
That
to
sounds
them.
like some like communist China shit right there, though.
What does time to report something happened to?
Like reporting if something bad happens in your life. I go. Yeah, I know, but that just sounds like something that would
No,
not
China
happen.
doesn't
That just
report
sounds so
anything.
Sounds
un-American.
unconstitutional.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I mean,
I guess
that's really
so.
the problem. It's you can't really get anything done
I
without
guess.
having to not really invade someone's. Yeah, actually, that would
Invade
be a good
someone's
way to put
privacy.
it because you can't really be like, hey, well, we want to make sure that you're not going to do anything bad with this. So time for you to basically hand over that phone and see what you've been looking at or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you get too
Andrew,
many of
why did
those
he do that?
spicy websites, it's obviously going to raise a question because there's definitely like watch lists out there for people who search up certain topics and all that.
Is it real? No way that's
And
real. Come on.
How to make a bomb.
Segue. Watch list. No way.
oh
I look
well,
up.
I mean if you think about it, that kind of just comes back to the entire NSA thing. with them kind of intruding on American lives and all that.
Yeah, no.
I
But we didn't talk about us being put on what. Like, right now, are we gonna get put on a watch list? Do you genuinely think that? Because we're talking
no,
about something.
it was more a joke, but
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
genuinely believe that there's
But
watch lists out there.
that like
No.
if you search up how to get a gun illegally or something, is that user gonna get put on a watch list? Like, oh crap.
Definitely.
Well, no,
Obviously, but
I'm saying, what if
obviously no
you
those
one's gonna
turn
things
look
like
up how to get a
specifically.
gun
Think about it
illegally.
like this. Do you know what the Anarchist's Cookbook is?
what's that? I'm not familiar.
It's it was this one thing that was released, I think, back in the
No.
70s or 80s, where it basically teaches you how to make like IEDs, like homemade rockets,
Dang. Okay.
how to make ammo
Holy
and stuff like that. It's like if you were to search, like, and it's available
God
online.
damn.
You just have to jump through some hoops to get through it, because most usually when it gets like uploaded, it gets taken down the exact same time.
Mhm.
Because the Anarchist Cookbook also has been linked to people making bombs and committing acts of terror with them.
Yeah.
But well, obviously, like
I mean,
it teaches you how to
no
make
one's
like
surprised.
I think base one, like chemical weapons and all that, like mustard gas and all that.
I mean, I'm sure if you find the book on the dark web or whatever, you can buy the bombs on the dark web.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is there has to be a watch list.
Yeah,
It is, and you literally just
Tor.
use
It's really
Tor.
not that hard to
Tor,
get on
yeah.
the dark web.
It's all
I
Tor.
have Tor. Yeah, no, I
What?
have Tor on my computer right now. I could access
Yeah,
it if I
just
really
get one
wanted to.
app.
Oh,
Do you think you're
God.
really in a secure connection? I don't know.
I mean, I try my best. I try to virtualize my computer whenever I can.
No, well,
Holy shit! What are you doing on there?
no, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
do you think that the dark web is really as away from the government as people say it, or like make it out to be? Like,
No,
come on,
I mean,
they've got to
ever
be
since the
honest here.
Silk. Okay,
No.
with that, I think that more than half of the websites that are set up on there, like,
What about her?
showing like, oh yeah, you want to buy some guns, you want to buy some people, ooh
Yeah.
yeah, you want some of that spicy stuff. I feel like in all honesty, it's government run.
Ooh, that's
Oh, it has to be. If there's like tutorials on YouTube for it, they've definitely been in there.
Yeah,
That's
well, I
not-
mean, because
yeah.
I think it has to be, just because if you're really trying to, I guess, buy some of those illicit goods, the government obviously has to know about it.
Yeah.
They're gonna stay on track of everything that has anything to do.
So
Yeah.
wait, so it's actually not a
whoever
bad
forks
like
it in
cycle. Okay, so people look up how to
with
get onto the
something
dark web,
suspicious.
search it up on the the surface web, get into the dark web, buy the stuff, and it's actually the government running it. So that when they order it, they just go to their house and just arrest them.
Or, I mean, when you think about it, if they search up how to get onto the dark web, Google reports it, and the government pings that user so they can further look into what that user is going to be doing and their activities on the dark web. But that's
I've
what I
been
meant.
pinged, guys. I'm pinged.
Yeah.
I'm paying. I'm paying.
Oh no, I'm definitely pinged. But what I'm saying, that's what I mean by watch lists.
Okay.
think
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I do believe 100% that there's watch lists. Like, not to sound like a conspiracy nut or anything, but there has
I
to
don't
be.
even think that's a conspiracy, dude. I think that's like
Just kind of something that can be assumed that it exists.
it is the almost definite.
Yeah.
It just
I mean,
makes
like
sense.
search up weird stuff. I don't know. Like if you search up like little girl this that on Google, I'm sure somebody's gonna the government's gonna be like, hold up, whoa, back it up. Let's see. Let's look into this guy.
Mom,
Yeah, no, there has to be, because I mean,
Nelly
if you
said
search
hi.
up like how to get uranium
Nelly.
235 or something,
Nelly.
that's definitely gonna come up on like a.
Yeah, it's on her Instagram.
Okay, just ignore
Okay.
that.
All right,
Yeah, I started
Daniel,
doing it.
you're gonna do an experiment for
Yay
us.
when you
On
got
the left.
Every
Oh,
day,
God.
every day for the next month, I want you to search up how to get a nuclear bomb or something. And if you end up in Guam, well then we'll have the answer to our little thing.
It was
Yeah.
recent.
You'd survive.
that could just fly
You'd
out
survive
there.
Why
that.
do me? Why
Just
do
go
I
in
have
helicopter.
to?
Get in. And you get out.
Nah, he's gonna go to Guam and he's gonna find his missing Xbox.
The guy who stole it's there.
No, the guy who stole it is one of the guards there.
Mom,
No,
can I get my Xbox?
no.
Can I get my Xbox? Why? I did. Well, yeah, but still, can I
No,
finally?
please don't have this discussion on the podcast.
But can I finally get it?
Just cut it out or
Can I
like
finally get
bleep
it?
it out.
Yeah, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, no, I
Did someone
just
leave?
sticking with all that. Or I mean, we could also use this as a
Oh,
segue
then
for more
why did Andrew
conspiracies.
leave?
Is there any conspiracies that you guys legitimately hold true and think like, hey, this is within the realm of possibilities of what could genuinely be real?
Oh,
I think something like the big like Hollywood families having all the power and stuff. I don't think the cloning's real. You know how they say they clone the
No,
people,
you mean
but
hashtag Pizzagate?
I
yeah,
think some of it
no,
could be
like with
true.
the banking families, right? Too, where they kind of hold all the
Not just
they
that.
control all the politics in the world, and everyone's just kind of a puppet.
The Jewish people. There is a small group of Jewish people that basically
Yeah, like
run
stuff like that.
the entire economy.
Well, yeah, basically
They
the
own
banking
every
families.
single
That's what
piece
I
of
mean.
land.
Yes.
Well, there was one family called the what Mason family or something.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to identify them by them or by their own like culture
There's something
or
like that.
race, just because you know how spicy that gets.
Oh,
Spicy.
man. There are a few individuals in this country
Yeah.
that run the economy.
Well, what's it
Basically,
called? Like people were saying like apparently like one of Dave Chappelle's cousins said that he was killed and cloned. I don't know about the cloning.
I mean,
but
there's definitely people with that
it's
type
just
of
weird
power
that one
that
of
can
his
make that
cousins said
happen.
it. You get
That's
me?
for sure.
No, but they said it just
Yeah.
because like
A banker?
he didn't
Well,
want to be part of that
it's
life
like
or
all those
whatever.
videos you see on
Like
Instagram of
how can spread all that? So like
what is it? What is it?
like people were saying like
I
Oprah is
believe
like
that.
the big
Oprah? Why
one,
Oprah?
like one of the
Why
leaders.
her? How?
Hey, there's no need to
Because
comment
she's
on her weight
cute.
like that. Come on, dude.
Ben Shapiro.
I'm
There you go.
not.
Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro's
No,
one
it's
of the
just like
big
he has a
banking
bunch of
families.
power.
Yes. No.
Look at that little hat he has on.
You want to know a conspiracy that I genuinely do believe could be plausible?
What?
What is
The
it?
one for the Vegas shooting. The one where,
What?
there has to have been more than one guy. Like, okay, here, let me lay it out for you.
Lay it out for us.
Okay, so you're gonna tell me that an AR-15 with the bump stock is gonna, or actually, I don't even want to search it up. No, that's
Watch them.
Watch.
exactly.
Ping.
Jesus,
Just
no, they're
continue.
gonna ping
Just
me like I'm
continue.
an enemy in Fortnite or something.
Yeah.
But no, I honestly don't think one man.
They're gonna shake you down.
Yeah, they're gonna shake me down and find your guys' locations.
Oh no.
They're gonna emote on you guys right before they breach your entire house.
Anyways,
Oh, God.
Vegas shooting. Go.
And so, I think it
Yeah.
was an AR. Yeah, it should have been an AR-15 with a bump stock, because or something with the bump stock. No, it was an AR-15, I think,
Didn't they say it was a
with the
sniper
bump
rifle?
stock. I don't think an AR-15 could have done that much, because I mean, when you see it in the videos, it's just a constant stream of like bullets that had to have been, like, in my opinion, from like an LMG or something. And not just that, like, one man's gonna get that many. Like, they said that there was upwards of like hundreds of like guns up there. No, like military issue. Yeah, like the
Wait. So
Really?
the room that they found him in had a bunch of guns in there.
By
A
him?
lot of
Yeah,
guns.
that's pretty
yeah, like
unbelievable.
you remember that
person
one
did that
scene
much.
from like Suicide Squad where Joker was
Oh my
like
God.
he was surrounded
Yeah.
with all the knives.
Yeah, I remember that.
Think of that, like
How did
weapons,
you
like,
get it up there?
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. And not just that, uh, news media, and I mean, it was confirmed later on that he had weapons that rivaled the military's.
Oh my God.
Like some of the weapons that he had drum
Like
mags.
what?
Like most military units only get like the standard like 30 to 31 clip mags. Like he had actual like.
I've heard of like people who like had a bunch of stuff But like, if they have a bunch of stuff, they're pretty known
Well,
for
I
it.
mean, because
I doubt someone can go
it
being
was set
unknown with
up, it
that
was like
many
no one
pieces
knew
of
what exactly
weaponry.
he had in that room. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
Some people
And
were
how
saying
did
that
he
he
sneak
snuck
it
it in
in?
some in luggages, but I mean, even if he were to take the guns apart, it's 100. You're gonna be.
Yeah. Even if so, that's so many weapons to take apart,
It
and
would, even if he
it
did
wouldn't
You know how heavy
back
that
up
be
into
thing
that
the
too?
much
strip.
luggage for one
Yeah,
person.
like it's
It's
metal
all metal. Like
parts.
carrying out the. What the hell, dude? Why are your bags so heavy? What the
Yeah,
hell? You know? Yeah.
especially and then especially if he says only he
So
wants to carry
somebody
it,
was in on that.
like
Multiple people
obviously
were in on
something's
that.
happening.
Yeah, no. Some people were saying that it was like a full on government op. Yeah, I mean that reaches conspiracy nut.
I mean, I
I
don't
mean,
know
Of
why the
some
course.
people
government
were
would be on
saying
it,
that
but
it's
I
so
think
that
there's
they can get the
somebody else
bump
in on
stock
it at least.
banned on the AR-15, and the bump stock has been proven to increase the fire rate for it. But I mean, not to the point
How does
where
how does that work?
it works in the sense that the
Why
recoil
do they?
isn't that it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the recoil doesn't affect you as much. Well, for the very reason that it
Okay, but like,
increases
why would they want it banned?
the fire rate for it.
So they didn't want
I mean,
other civilians
I
to
think
have
that
it
if
just in
anything, it would
case
kind of just go back onto the
a
whole gun
revolution
control
happens.
topic.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. One American man kills, like, what was it, 50?
Wait,
50 to 60 people at a concert,
but
injures hundreds. That's a pretty good thing for gun control.
wait a second. But why would the government give him if like they already knew he was gonna get caught with it? They already knew he was gonna kill people. They were gonna find him in the room. Why would they give him like hundreds of guns? Wouldn't it be very suspicious? People would be like, "Wait a second, did the government like set this up?
Oh,
What the hell?" You know?
Well, I mean, some people think that he was just a fall guy for it. Like from the
Huh?
conspiracies I've heard, some people set it up where it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's just a fall guy. There's like more people
okay.
involved.
Do you believe it's a government op, or do you believe it's just multiple people?
I believe there was definitely multiple people. I'm not going to go
Yeah.
as far as to say it was a government op, just because that's kind of ridiculous. But I mean,
Yeah, but
I
there's
wouldn't put
other
it out of
people
the realm of
definitely.
possibility that it also could have been the
Maybe some
government,
other
because the
groups.
government has been they've had some pretty like outrageous ideas.
Let's cancel the government, is what you're saying.
Sure, why not? Come on,
Yeah.
dude. If we cloning,
A
I
lot of
could
people
see
are
it.
saying cloning has been around since like the 50s, because what's it called? So like
MK Ultra.
they did like some research back then, like the CIA or something like that. But it goes back to like the Hollywood stuff, saying like
I
they
mean, that would make
took those
sense.
celebrities and
I
they
mean,
cloned
it
them.
could make sense. No, it
Do you guys?
would make
Is
sense.
that a
Hey, hold on. Hey,
conspiracy you believe in?
segue. Do you guys believe in that stuff where the celebrities go out at night and they kill people or whatever?
Yeah.
They
Oh,
adrenochrome and things.
that it's like a camp almost, right? It's like a
Yeah.
cult.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Basically.
I know what you mean.
So dumb.
I
Oh wait, is that the thing that Alex Jones exposed?
Yeah, no, that's what he exposed.
Yeah. Oh
I
god.
do believe it. I know celebrities are kind of like it was
Tell me
basically
that.
this
Tell me
one
about that.
cult where a bunch of
Tell me about
like
what he exposed.
playboy billionaires, millionaires, a bunch of people like that. They get together in the woods like once a year. They wear like weird robes. They do like dancing rituals. It's weird.
Okay, but explain.
Like
I believe they were like praying to like a big owl statue, right?
yeah, they were
Like,
praying to like a
did
big
he actually
statue.
prove that it
I
actually
think it
happened?
was an owl. I can't. No, he has videos
Yeah, it
and
was.
stuff of it.
Was it proved? Like, did he actually prove it?
It is.
No, but
I
That's
mean,
horrifying, honestly.
yeah, I
Because
forgot how Alex
to get
Jones got
into the
in, but
mansion, you have to be
he
pretty
had to record the
powerful.
entire time like secretly. I know that.
Oh, dude, you didn't hear how he got in?
No, how did he get in?
Oh, it was hilarious. He legitimately just like it was
Mm-hmm.
in the woods, so he just put like like a hat and glasses on. And he just started walking around like pretending like he was in on it
Oh my
until like the
god.
actual thing started, and then and then he like held back with a camera, and then that was legitimately the whole plan,
wait, what?
I
Wait.
mean
and it
that
worked.
that would honestly be scary. Like I have a
And it
huge
worked.
respect for journalists just for that reason. No,
We
some
can tell you
Yeah,
don't like
but
Alex
it
Jones.
depends on the
no, I have a
journalist.
huge
Not all of
respect for
them.
him. I mean, just for that alone, because think about it. I mean, those people there could have a combined net worth and like buy, like they could probably, if they needed to, like back when the U.S. bought Alaska from Russia, they could probably do the exact same thing if it was still for sale.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God,
No, who is he?
no, I don't.
Do you guys know who Cat Williams is? He's a he's a comedian. He's the one who's like his hair kind of looks goofy. He's like
No, I'm
he
still
made the
blanking,
Pimp
man.
Chronicles.
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
but he's a comedian, and he obviously is famous, but he always talks about like
Oh
the
God.
Illuminati or something like that, and in like Hollywood and stuff like that. Uh, so it's kind of weird too, because some points he
Yeah, I
makes are
get
pretty
you.
like
I,
it's
I
like it
definitely
kind of makes
think that
sense. You
there
get me?
is a group that is seeing everything, like is overseeing everything, but I wouldn't go as far as to say that they know everything, like they have immortality or anything. I wouldn't go as Yeah, but I mean, usually when you think of the Illuminati, it's kind
I'm
of
not
like,
saying
hey,
immortality.
like this all-knowing group.
I don't know if you guys remember.
They,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. Oh,
oh
sure.
yeah, go
Fine.
for it.
Can I go real quick? There's a Kanye West went on an interview with Ellen, and it was actually pretty terrifying. She took down the interview from her YouTube or something like that. She didn't want to be posted, but he like he was very off.
Oh
He was
my
acting
God.
like a 5-year-old, and people are saying it's because he was cloned or something. And then no, but they're saying it's because like his mind state is still really young. And then Kanye West, like someone asked him what it took for him to be famous,
But
and
wasn't
he
his
said it
mom
was
like a
his
nobody?
mom or something. No, but I'm saying
Oh,
like they killed her. Like that was a sacrifice. Like apparently he was in debt, and like after his mom died,
so
like
are you
Damn.
sure
apparently
that's
he
what?
was
Are
no
you sure
longer in
that's what it
debt.
meant though? Are you sure it doesn't mean like, oh, my mom sacrificed a lot for me, you know, she really supported me? Are you sure that's not what he meant?
I mean, I could see it either ways. I mean, it definitely is sketchy, but I mean,
Well, yeah, either way, and a lot of people are saying like if his mom was still
Oh
alive,
my
he
Oh,
God.
probably wouldn't be with the Kardashians or Kim Kardashian, because apparently before he met Kim,
oh,
I definitely
he was with
think
this girl
that the
since like high
Kardashians are
school.
bad for Kanye.
Do you guys
Yeah,
freaking Daniel or Sergio? I mean, you guys know
yeah.
Mac DeMarco, right? Right. Yeah. Right, yeah. Well, I don't know about Alex, but anyways, look along. There's
Yep.
been a conspiracy that, and a lot of this shit, a lot of this stuff, there's lots of Illuminati stuff. You know.
okay. That's exactly what I was gonna ask. You think the people that do that shit in their music videos, you think they're in on it? Those retards?
I feel like at some point, some of them only do
They,
it just for like I guess the shits and giggles of it, where it's like, oh, my video is gonna get free publicity from putting this in. I
Oh
might
my
as well
God.
like squeeze out every view I can almost.
Uh-huh.
I
well,
feel like there are definitely some people who do it like that, but I mean, if I were to think of it, I feel like they probably are in on it. Because if the Illuminati is really gonna, if it's real, and if they have as much reach as people say they do, then they're definitely gonna have people in every corner, every industry. Like they're gonna have connections
Sure.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
well, what I was getting at with the Mac DeMarco thing is because there was used to be a fan that was like kind of like following, or no, it was an old friend
It was you.
of no, it wasn't me. It was an old friend of Mac DeMarco is from his childhood or something, and they got back together or whatever, and like he was on tour with them or like following them on tour, and I don't know, he was making weird videos and posting them to YouTube. The YouTube video is still on YouTube. It's like 200 views or something. But he's asking Mac DeMarco, he's like, hey, Mac DeMarco, so like now, like you're all
Hmm.
famous and stuff, like, what's it called? Like, you gotta start giving back. Well, I don't know. It was crazy. But then he started talking about, like, because Mac DeMarco talks a lot about the Freemasons and Masonry or whatever in his music or whatever. And
No, that's what I was
yeah,
talking about.
hold on. But
The
look,
Freemasons, they're the ones that
supposedly the
own
thing is
all of
Mac DeMarco
Hollywood, apparently.
sold his soul supposedly, and now the Freemasons make him put all this stuff in his music or whatever and all over his albums, and yeah. So anyways, so he was kind of unraveling it, and the thing that happened is Mac DeMarco apparently the
But
guy
really,
like
some guy from
one of the bodyguards, not bodyguards, but like the security for Mac DeMarco's store kicked him. Mac DeMarco personally kicked him off his store. So like he wouldn't be exposing or whatever's going on. And yeah, so the guy kind of
well, yeah, but
Yeah,
then you can
I
also
mean,
think
yeah,
about
that
like
that
that's
that's
just
kind of like the
annoying to have
thing where it's
someone
like
like
super
constantly
fans,
asking that.
kind of what I was leaning into in the beginning, where it's like some people are just so obsessed and they believe this one thing that they won't let it go, even if they
Yeah.
have like plausible evidence in front of
Hmm.
them.
that is true. But freaking Danny, you should look it up. It's interesting. It's
No,
yeah.
I'll
I'll
definitely
send
look
it.
into it. It sounds interesting.
I
But
have
I
it.
Send me
mean,
Okay,
the
but
video later.
Go ahead.
at any okay, I'll go. Isn't the Freemasons literally just a club for like old guys? I mean, there's literally one in Uptown.
Yeah, there
oh
is.
yeah,
It
no,
doesn't
Yeah.
seem like they're really hiding anything.
No,
I
but it's not a Freemason lodge. That's the thing. It's just a Freemason. It's not like like a church or like a worship place of whatever it is they are accused of doing. It's not that. It's like there's photos of inside of it. It's like a big cafeteria basically.
oh yeah, no, I've been to the Freemason Lodge up in Uptown. My sister had to go there for an award. I mean, I definitely thought it was creepy because they had a bunch of crosses everywhere, and then they had the symbol of the Freemasons. You know, the one with the with I think it's the eye, and then it has the
It's the ruler. It's the ruler. The eye and
yeah, the one with the ruler, the eye, and then that one thing that they use for math. I always blank out on the name.
that's the
It
ruler part.
Sure.
Apparently, like a lot of people like in the who are in on it or whatever, they're like they worship the devil, and apparently they're waiting for like the Messiah or something like that, somebody like to take them down. And like all right, if you guys look up the interview with Dave Chappelle
Comedy Central.
and Oprah on why he left why he left yeah, and the Chappelle show why he walked away for $50 million. Like the interview is just like it's actually like really creepy the way they talk and stuff. Because like Dave Chappelle, he's like he doesn't want to be part of it, and obviously Oprah's like one of the main ones. And like he even says like
Jesus.
in the
No,
interview he says
that
Oprah's
definitely is scary.
handler
That
or
kind of
something like
reminds
that.
me of the
Yeah. No, like all right, you guys literally like try watching the video right
Do you
now
guys
or like
remember
later
the
today.
when the
It's
Weekend really
actually like
blew up back in
really
like
creepy.
2016? Remember his I remember there was this big conspiracy
Yep.
with his music video for what was it? I think it was Starboy, where it was there was this one cross kind of,
Okay.
and he was beating like everything in his house, anything like materialistic, I guess. Like all his records, like he was breaking them in the video. Like in the beginning of the video, he kills himself, like basically.
Damn.
He
Okay.
yeah, no, like he robs himself basically. Yes, some people were
So
like,
it's
oh,
saying
it
he
could be
pretty
like,
much just sold
oh,
his
he's
soul,
selling his
pretty
soul or
much.
something. Other people were kind of tying it in with it being like, oh yeah, he's turning over a new leaf. That's why he's killing the old, like I guess, Weekend.
You know,
I don't.
before they were famous, Mac DeMarco and The Weeknd used to know each other. They were both from Toronto.
The Weekend.
Yeah.
No, and then there was
Who?
this other. No, there was this other part in the video that
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
that some people were really pointing to, like, hey, this is kind of weird. And there's one point in the video where his eyes are all black, and the cross that he holds, like to break everything, it's red, right?
Yeah.
So his eyes are all black. It's red, and they get it at this one angle where it's like the cross is reflecting off of the eyes, and his eyes are all black, and then the cross is just reflecting in it. Some people were pointing like, oh yeah, that could definitely also be for him showing like I sold my soul.
Are you sure that it just sounds like an artist trying to be deep?
I mean, I guess
I guess so.
I guess you'd have to watch
Well,
the video.
it depends on whether you believe in
Yeah.
that stuff or not. If you believe in that stuff, that you can sell your soul and become a famous person.
Well, if you believe in that stuff, then you're already going to be looking for it. You're like, oh, everything's a conspiracy.
That's true.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
paranoid.
Well, I mean, I guess, but that also ties into the thing with the Illuminati, where everyone kind of looks for like pentagrams and all that inside the music videos.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also, look up Dave Chappelle's cousin interview. Something I forgot how it was, but it was the interview we were talking about where she said Dave Chappelle, like after he went to Africa and came back, or after the Oprah show, like he was killed. Like she said, like Dave Chappelle said to the cousin because they were close, like I'll call you after a while, right? And so he didn't. So the cousin called him, and the person who picked up said, "Who is this?" and stuff. And they said, "I'm Dave Chappelle's cousin." And like the person just
That
hangs
Who
up
answers by
immediately.
saying this is Dave Chappelle's cousin?
It just No, they didn't answer like that, but like they're asking
Mm-hmm.
who, like they said,
yeah,
I'm your
I could
cousin and
see
stuff
it.
like that.
I mean, personally, I
But like the
feel
person like
like
didn't know.
scientifically, cloning is definitely a possibility. If our cells
Sure.
can regenerate and clone themselves, there has to be a way that we can like harness that power and do it like actively.
Nice. On some Wolverine stuff. Okay.
But I don't know if we're advanced to that point yet. But I mean, it would be kind of hard because I mean, when our cells regenerate and all that, even naturally, it's it's kind of less impressive when you think about it. Like, oh yeah, we literally got a man on the moon, but I mean, we can't figure out how our cells, I guess, build themselves back up.
Mm.
It's yeah, no, I feel like it's definitely within the realm of possibility, but
Yeah, I get you.
I feel like we could be there already, but at the same time, it's like when you really see everything that's like all the tech that's around, you kind of think like, oh, well, I mean, we could be, we can't be. I guess it contradicts itself. Yeah. I
Yeah,
would
it's
definitely
kind of
say,
like
though,
in
that
between.
it's definitely within the realm of possibility. I wouldn't doubt.
Hey, Edgar's back.
Yeah, especially with what we have now. Like
Is that
we have
true?
actual laser
Yeah.
cannons in the
Oh,
military,
okay.
Well,
and
I
like
mean, they do use
the
lasers
railway
to
gun.
disorient missiles and all that.
Oh, that's epic.
Yeah.
Well,
So
didn't
like we
didn't
have
they already
nukes and we can't
properly
clone
clone like a
ourselves.
goat, right? I believe I remember hearing.
Like, well,
Yeah, I think it was a sheep.
Oh, okay.
But I mean,
Yeah.
that still kind of goes into play because you can clone someone, but I guess the real question about it would be, if you clone them, would they be the same person or would it be a completely new person?
be a
Mm.
completely new person. What do you mean? It's a baby. It's a baby. You're just making a new baby, making a copy of themselves.
It's just
You know?
pretty much a shell.
Okay, but
So
where
then,
would cloning stop? Would cloning just be like physical, or would you copy the brain
I don't think they're
exactly
gonna grow
for
up the
what it
same.
is? Because I mean, when you copy each brain is individual because of the grooves and the lines that it has. Whenever,
smooth brain.
yeah, the wrinkles basically. So when
The
you would clone
wrinkles.
someone, would you clone the brain exactly? And if that were to be the case, would I guess the memories and all that transfer over?
No, probably not. Like, all right, so like, with like the whole Hollywood thing, when they clone someone, they just say like
Or would it be more like,
like mind control them or something like that,
I wouldn't say
like
mind
to
control. If anything, I feel like
get them
it would be
to
more
follow them.
conditioning. Because I mean, it is like possible to break someone's mind,
I
and
guess.
you can like sleeper cells back in like the 60s,
Mm-hmm.
when like the Cold War was going on. Like they have broken people's minds and have them carried out different things. So I mean, I feel like it wouldn't necessarily be mind control. It'd be more it would basically just be more you break their mind and you manipulate it through there. Because I mean, when you say mind control, what kind of pops into mind? It's like, oh, you're using like
Yeah.
magical powers to do it like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. I think we could.
I
I think
guess
we could do with technology.
I kind of what is it? What would be the point to say clone a Dave Chappelle or a Kanye? Certainly they do have influence, but I don't think they have any big influence on anyone.
I mean, I get it. I think the influence would be more on people who actively listen to them because they could push a narrative.
Okay, like say like BLM or like pro gun or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
but
Okay.
yeah, but my counter argument was for Dave Chappelle is like,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Hollywood is all pro LGBT and stuff like that. Dave isn't
Oh, like
against it, but he
tranny
does say
and
stuff
like
that
shit like
makes
that,
people
right?
really mad.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they would agree with that. Like
Interesting.
if he was clowned.
Maybe. I mean, in all honesty, everything that follows and anything that happens is just up to societal norms and what I guess what is considered acceptable and not within society.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane, though. We've
Hmm.
progressed past the part where like we have killings in the middle of the town square. We take weekly river baths. Like, think about it. We could technically we hit the jackpot when it comes to anything, or I guess living, because we were born
Yeah.
in a first world country. We
Oh,
could be in a
definitely.
third world country right now. That would be terrible.
India.
I mean,
India. Pakistan.
for
Essentially,
Daniel,
not ter-
maybe.
I mean, it'd be more for
What?
not because third world countries are terrible, but it's just because the way of life is so different.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, what is it? If just a little bit things change. I know for me, I could have
Hmm.
definitely grown up on a ranch in Mexico. Like, it would have
Yeah,
been
no,
completely different.
for me, I would have. I mean, the part of Mexico where I'm from too, it isn't. It isn't like what you think Mexico is, like adobe huts and all
It's
that.
different.
It's definitely modern, but it's not as modern as we have it here in the U.S. I think the closest
Sure.
hospital to there is like you still have to take like a
It's
30,
Mexicali.
30 to 40 minute
Mexicali.
drive.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you from?
I'm from Michoacan.
Michoacan.
God damn! Talk about the ghettos.
I mean, I if I were to like, I think my biggest problem about living in Mexico would probably just be the cartels.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
100%, definitely.
Cartels are ruthless.
They own everything.
But you hear stories, about like the whole quarantine. They were handing out food and shit, right? Or they were shooting people that weren't wearing
Just
masks. It
because
seems like some of them do have heart.
no, they don't. They just want to get on the people's side. They just want people
Some
to
of
be
them
on their
have
side.
to though.
They want to be.
It's run by people. It has to have heart.
No, that I
No,
have
Has to.
heard of. El Chapo. What he would do? He would build schools. He would build
Yes,
like
they do.
yeah he would
Streets
build
and
like
shit, right?
yeah he would pay people and like construction companies to build schools, to build like hospitals, churches, and all that stuff. But I mean, when you think about it, they're doing all this good, but at the same time, so many people are dying.
because they need to. They need the people to be on their side. They can't look bad for their people. Because it's
Yeah,
based.
but necessarily nobody needs to die if everyone's on their side.
Yeah, I
I
I
don't think they
I
want to
I,
kill anyone.
I think it's more in the sense
Yeah.
that they're doing what they feel they need to do to I guess survive. Because if it's everyone against the cartel, you're gonna have the government against you, for as corrupt as it is. You're gonna have the people against you. So I mean, you, you're kind of fighting off the whole world. No matter how powerful you are, you're eventually gonna fail.
Hmm.
But even if you have some resistance, it's gonna work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing with
Yeah.
dictators. Dictators are powerful, but eventually they all fall.
Yes. So I mean, obviously they're doing some good, obviously, to have resistance.
Yeah, no, I remember this happened to me still in quarantine. I think it was back in April.
Uh-huh.
No, I think it would have had to been June. I got a call from one of the from a cartelman
The hell?
What?
on
What?
on my phone. It was the call was from Juarez.
What?
What is Mexico?
Yeah, I told
Interesting.
Daniel.
Oh, I
It
remember
was
you told me.
I got a call from a cartelman. He told me he was a part of some I guess agency over there in Mexico, telling me that my grandma had got into some accident, and then he kind of switched the narrative and was like, "Yeah, no, we're a cartel." And then he
Oh,
told me the cartel name. He told me the cartel name, and he was like, "Yeah, no, we have your grandma. If you don't like pay up, we're gonna execute her." And
oh my
I,
God.
no, he got me at first, but then I started putting more things together. Like she wasn't saying anything; she was just kind of screaming and crying into the phone because he said that some accident had happened, and I put it together almost fairly quickly that like yeah, no, it's not my grandma. And then he was like, "Okay, you don't ask questions. You're gonna find whatever you can find, liquidate it, and send it through." And he was gonna basically give me the steps. Yeah, no,
Damn,
He thinks you own
this
like a
Indian
big
and
scammer
then
is really
company.
different now.
for real. And then I was like, okay, what's her name? And then he was like, you don't ask questions. And then I was like, what's her name? What's my grandma's name? And he was like, I swear, if you ask one more question, I'm executing her. And then I said, execute her, go for it, I don't care. For as terrible
And
as
then
it is,
what do you do?
Holy shit!
He was like, "What's
he
wrong
didn't
with
do
you?"
anything. He was kind of dumbstruck. He was just like I could hear him choking on his own
He
words.
makes the gun sound.
Can you imagine?
I feel like he
If he
would have
got
done it
mad at you saying
regardless
like,
if
It's a
he
"What's
social
had
wrong with
had
experiment.
her?"
It's a social experiment.
her. Social experiment gone wrong. Yeah, he would. I mean, cartels. They would have done it regardless. I've heard so many stories of people actually getting their loved ones like kidnapped and stuff.
Yeah.
Like cartels going with military trucks, like swoop up the entire, like a village. They find contacts and all that.
Oh god.
Oh, dude, you know it's funny but sad. Like in the Mexican, the government in Mexico, they are like doing something like they're trying to stop the cartel, but like the cartel, they were like at a bridge and they were like looking at each other, the military and the cartel, and like the military literally stopped firing, and one person from the cartel like literally went up to them and just shook their
No,
hand. Like, isn't that scary? Like
The
yeah,
they
no.
military
have
was
that much
negotiating with
power
them,
that the
basically.
military
My
isn't going to do
stepdad
anything
has a
against
story
them.
like that. When he was on his way here to the U.S.,
Pretty much.
his I guess his convoy, I guess you could say, of people immigrating here to the U.S. was stopped by a cartel, and they basically said, "Hey, everyone from this point, you're gonna pay us. We'll give you safe passage through here." Because I think they were either at a bridge or some border that they had to cross, and he was lucky. He was lucky because he had extra cash,
And they
and
paid.
he paid
He
up,
let them
and
pass.
well, he got a pass. But there were some people that had to get off of the bus because they didn't have enough cash to pass through. Because I guess they used the rest of the cash on the trip,
Mm-hmm.
and they were just escorted off of the bus by cartelmen, and like the bus continued. They
Oh my
left the
god.
people without. Yeah, no, it's terrible. And then
Did they shoot them or something?
You also got to pay for like to let them go
yeah,
in, like
I mean, there's this
to
other
the
story
border patrol.
that was close to where we are, where when we were in Mexico, we went in the December of 2017 and stayed until like January of 2018.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah, no, we were there for like a good month. There was a cartel killing there. It was across one of the bridges, like a top bridge, and there was this they had decapitated three guys. They hung them upside down from the bridge. I remember it being
Fucking
three,
Christ.
but they hung them upside down from the bridge, and they left their heads on the bridge too. It was crazy. I remember that
That's
happening, and then I heard another story that my
You just-
that one of my uncles had told me, where I guess where the cartel was being the good guy or whatever, for whatever you want to take it. There was this one, because in Mexico it's not the same thing over here. They have La Policía Federal basically, and it's a branch of the government that kind of just goes around making sure no one's breaking any crimes, no one's getting raped or anything like that, and they just patrol neighborhoods basically. Yeah, no, they come out for big events too. Like they have the trucks, they have like pickup trucks. They carry around ARs. Like they have to wear balaclavas and all that because well, I mean they're kind of high priority targets or whatever. But there was this one story that my one of my family members had told me where one a lot of the cops over there are corrupt. As well, I mean obviously,
sure. Yeah.
and he from what he told me, he said
yeah.
that one of the cops that was there on patrol for the neighborhood, there was this one guy selling tortillas, and he had basically knocked the guy's like it was like a little moped, I guess, over, and all his tortillas fell. So the entire morning, like he had been up making tortillas, all of that fell. So his entire day, the rest of his cash that he could have made was gone because they were all on the floor. Like he couldn't do anything. He also took the cash like that the guy had made, and he said, "Get out of here before I change my mind and do something else." And the guy, his uncle, was I guess one like he was one of the people inside the cartel. So what the cartel had done was they there was this one little base, I guess, where they had the pickup trucks and where they would all alternate shifts and they would listen into the radio or whatever. The cartel had drove some technicals down there and just basically shot up the entire base. Like from what my uncle had told me, he said that it was driving down the street, you could see like the big bullet holes on the sides of the truck and stuff, like, and there was just bodies on the floor, but people just kept going because, well, I mean, you know, you're not going to want to get into that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was crazy. It's Mexico is definitely like the Wild West.
Ooh,
Other parts,
nice
Fucking
like Mexico
comparison.
City.
Christ. No,
Yeah,
it's
like
ridiculous because parts
Yeah.
are the Wild West, and then there's cities that are completely developed with no cartel activity. It's ridiculous.
No, it is ridiculous, but it's crazy because I mean, the government's as corrupt as the cartels. You can't really do anything.
God damn.
It's like a negative and a negative make a positive, but when they're both, I guess, positive, it's
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I
I was
felt
trying to make some.
that something deep. I don't know, but the analogy failed.
Yeah, the analogy failed. Let's just move on from that. It's
So
definitely crazy.
there's two powers that are clashing with each other. Is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, no, almost like a civil war, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
You think it'll ever stop?
I honestly no. I feel like it might just move on. Like, imagine if the U.S. were to annex Mexico. I feel like it would definitely lessen, but they would just move on to either Colombia, like they'd set up in Colombia again, or they just keep moving down until they run out of land, and say that the all of South America, like if all of South America were to automatically get like U.S. protection and the U.S. were to like send troops and all that down there, I feel like they would eventually just move on to Europe or like Africa and all that.
You mean the cartel? Go to
Yeah, the cartels. I feel like they would move.
They keep moving.
Africa, really?
Fucking shit.
don't
I
know
mean, I
about
was just using it
Africa.
as an example because I mean, when you think of Africa, it's
Antarctica.
basically
Antarctica. They're gonna go to Antarctica.
Yeah,
No,
no,
they're
I'm just
Mexican. They don't
saying,
want
why
to go to any
would
cold
they?
place. They'd much rather go to Africa.
That was a joke.
Yeah, I know, and I just
I
proved
mean,
the joke.
because Mexico's I guess technically a second world power.
Yeah, it's the second world.
Uh-huh.
So
Would you
if
call it a power though?
I mean, if they have
Yeah.
troops, so I would.
No.
Mainly just border patrol.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they have a military.
Yeah.
There's that at least. But I mean, if the cartels definitely won't stop. They're gonna move on. Regardless, what if they have to set up shop halfway across the world, they'll do it. Like that's a definite. It's all about the cash. Once you have that power and that cash, you can kind of set up shop anywhere.
So
I mean,
they're
there's entire
Pretty much.
because like there's entire drug highways here in the U.S. that get taken down like every day, every month, all that.
It's a drug highway.
Like established drug lines that people take, like you know how like how the mob uses some businesses as fronts.
Yeah.
The same thing basically.
Laundering.
Where yeah, laundering, I guess.
Mattress firm.
yeah, but I mean the mob is almost not. It's basically non-existent anymore.
Well, it's because it's not technically the mob; it's organized crime. Organized crime is still very popular.
Weren't they always organized crime? Weren't they
No,
always considered?
before it was more considered the mob, just because it's like a mob of criminals, I guess. But they've gotten way more sophisticated. Because I mean, when you think of the mob, you think of like Italians and like fancy leather
New York
and all
and
that.
shit.
Yeah, like you think of the Grandfather. You don't think of
Grandfather.
It's the Godfather, not the Grandfather.
Oh, Godfather. Sorry, I'm uncultured. I'm sorry. I mean, Godfather.
Godfather.
Godfather could be an English name, but whatever.
Oh god, it's the grandfather.
But no, when you think of it, you think the mob of like giving people like watery graves. You think of them like tying people to chairs, throwing them into pools, like all that. You don't think of the mob being someone running like a Ponzi scheme, someone running a pyramid scheme, someone.
Sure.
Yeah, no, you don't think of it, I guess, in that way.
But I believe that for the mob, they went to Vegas and they built a strip. They went legit, I believe, is what they did. They
Well, I
built
mean,
Vegas.
there's different. I guess there's different divisions of organized crime.
Oh, of
And
course.
the mob isn't just one entire entity. It's the mob is made up of different families, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I've seen The Godfather. I know.
Yes, Sergio over here, mob expert. He saw the Godfather.
The Godfather.
twice.
Oh.
Okay, Doomsday Bunkers. I guess sticking on the mob.
What?
I don't know. Or do you want to stick with the mob and all this? Because I mean, I personally feel that the mob, there definitely is organized crime still going on, like people cheating investors off of land and all that. Like white collar crimes basically.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna do that.
I wanted to get into the whole world domination thing about
That's what
the
I was
whole
gonna do.
FEMA camps.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh yeah, no FEMA camps. FEMA camps are definitely another conspiracy.
That stuff used to scare me. I was like, holy shit, that's some crazy stuff.
I mean, I wonder how far people are actually going to make it in like this actual podcast because we've already been going on for more than an hour.
Yeah.
No.
Well, whatever. We're making
You don't
this
have
up
to
for all
listen
the
to all of it.
podcasts
Just
that you guys missed out on.
part.
We can make 2 podcasts
Okay.
from this, part 1
Well-
and part 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So, I mean, in all honesty,
Okay.
the FEMA camps, I definitely think that they're real.
Wait, what's a
remember-
FEMA camp?
FEMA camp, FEMA is basically this organization that they're for humanitarian relief. They're kind of like the Red Cross, but it's
Okay.
government run.
Yeah.
And FEMA camps were kind of concentration camps where, say something like the LA riots were to break out, they would deploy the National Guard and then they would deploy FEMA.
Mm-hmm.
Where if LA were to be considered basically like a war zone, where if the gangs were to really get that bad and things were to get that bad where the National Guard were to start firing on civilians, FEMA would be brought in to evacuate citizens and they would take them to FEMA camps.
Huh.
Okay.
But there's this other thing where I forgot for what it was. There was a bunch of campsites basically set up with tents and all that, and then they had a bunch of plastic coffins.
That's what I was going to get into. Yeah.
I'll show you guys the photo of it.
It's like a bunch of black storage boxes.
Just stacked on top of each other.
Hundreds.
Wait.
Thousands.
What? Well, I
Actually,
mean,
hold on.
obviously people are gonna die, right? So they need coffins. That doesn't sound that bad.
Guys.
But the thing is, these camps were set up when no humanitarian. Okay, but look at this, Sergio. Like go into the group chat we have on Insta.
It's like every coffin can hold 5 bodies or something, right?
Like, look at this. This is an example of how the camps look. Like, and these camps, sometimes they're based in the middle of nowhere. Like, think of Ohio.
Holy shit!
And look, I'm about to send another one. That's the camp. And these, it almost looks like a wall, right?
Oh my god.
Those are pure coffins.
Huh.
The whole conspiracy was that.
Oh my god.
I can cut
How do
in
we
a
show the
photo of it
viewers?
genuinely.
Okay, so audio listeners, this is exactly what they look like.
Quick, John, can you
Jesus Christ.
Pow camp.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
you guys want to continue this later?
What do you say?
You guys want to continue this later? Because I'm going to shower right now.
No.
Honestly, I think we're done, man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we got. It says we have 100 minutes. So, oh, here comes the Alex, man.
Sorry, I kind of closed the browser.
Alex, we're gonna continue this later.
Well, at least Daniel's gonna go shower. I don't know if the rest
Oh
of
yeah,
well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know for you guys, but I'm gonna go shower.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm down
we're
to
still here.
continue talking about it.
Okay, sure. I'm down to keep going with you, man. Edgar, you in? You out?
See you guys later.
I'm still here. I'm right here.
All right.
Okay, Edgar's still in.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I
sorry.
feel like
I accidentally closed the browser and I kind of left.
What?
But
You said
I'll try to
Wait,
join
Edgar,
after.
are you leaving or not?
I today it's already 8:00. Guess we're
all
done.
right.
But it's barely 8:00.
Well, I mean, Sergio,
Barely 8:00.
I'll stick here with you. I have literally
kinda
no one to
hungry.
text, and I'm down to continue talking about this.
Wow, thank you. That means so much.
What?
No one to text. Wow. Okay, I'm
You
glad
know
I'm
I
the
love
last
you,
one.
Sergio. You know I love you.
Okay. Well, we'll see you guys later. I guess me and Alex are gonna, hold down the fort.
Yeah. Yeah, see you guys.
So Alex is here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Edgar, are you leaving or not, man?
I guess I am.
Okay.
Bye.
So you are leaving, or are you not? Okay, cool. Bye.
All right. Well, yeah, no, it's I guess getting back onto the topic of FEMA camps and their background,
Sure.
these camps, they were set up almost in like the middle of nowhere. It was like solitude. Like you know that one image you get of Ohio, where it's like flatlands and like a house like every once in a while. That's basically what it was. They were set up in like the middle of nowhere. These massive camps, um, coffins literally everywhere. But they were set up during the Obama administration, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are still set up, some of them are still operational. But um, people were like, "Hey, what's this?" Because they weren't set up during hurricane season. I mean, some of them were operational during them, but it's not like it is now where people are literally protesting, people are dying on the street. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like in the middle of a pandemic or anything. It was literally just in the middle of like 2013 through 2014. It was definitely interesting because I mean the whole conspiracy was that hey, like the government's gonna kind of like kill off people, like they're gonna systemically kill people off. And I
Oh
mean,
shit.
it's crazy because you think about it, it's like, hey, well, I mean, if they were to say, hey, we're moving you to this camp, no one, you really can't fight back. It's the military.
Almost like the Nazis.
Yeah, basically. I mean, if the government wanted to do that, they technically could. Because I mean, who's going to oppose them? The U.S. is they're number one in military. We have the biggest navy in the world. We rival Russia with ICBMs. Even then, it would only take like a handful of missiles to wipe out everyone from extinction. For extinction level event, we um, we have a strong air force. I mean, if we really wanted to, we could start like systemically killing people off, and no one could do anything about it.
God, that's kind of a scary thought to have. Shit.
It is, and I mean, people were talking about it because it's like, hey, the U.S. can do all this, no one could do anything, and I mean, who's going to stop them? It's not like there's going to be resistance groups popping up, and then who all of a sudden like kill the bad guy? Because I mean, there's obviously going to be resistance groups, but I mean, you think about it, it's going to be pockets of fighters versus literally the biggest military in the world, and you think, oh, it's an underdog story. Literally, the U.S. had that; they beat Britain. But I mean, they were firing muskets, not fully auto, like M16s, LMGs, rockets. I mean, it's crazy. And the whole conspiracy was like, hey, New World Order is starting to take over. This is going to be step one. They kill all the undesirables.
Undesirables. Oh shit. You think they go all fascist on us like that, man?
Honestly, I feel like if the wrong person were to get into power, it would definitely happen. Because it only takes a certain number of corrupt people in certain places for everything to be thrown away. Because I mean, you think about it, we have all the checks and balances in in Congress. We have all the checks and balances where it keeps people or it keeps one person from basically becoming a dictator. But if you have a group that can get into the correct position of power, then it's kind of screwed either way because you think about it, it's like, okay, well, the president needs to pass this bill. He needs to get certain people in Congress and the Senate to pass it. Well, if you get those people into the Senate, well, I mean, you can kind of pass whatever you want because you have people there that are going to approve it no matter what because you're going to have them in your pocket.
God.
I mean, that it's basically the way that Hitler came to power. He gained a following. I mean, when you think about it, he gained a following and then he killed all of the German officials.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I mean, how long is it till
Jesus.
we have our own Reichstag?
Jesus Christ.
Okay, sticking on the topic with war, massive death, and all that, who do you think would be the most, like, the worst person, or the worst country, continent, whatever, to go to war with? Like the U.S. and someone else gets into a war, who do you think the worst one would be?
I'm thinking I'm putting my money on Russia definitely.
Russia, and why is that?
Just because what is it? Haven't they won like every single war that they've ever like been in?
I think they have. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'd put my money on China
Hmm.
just because I feel like. Oh well, I mean, Trump's already standing up to China, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's putting all those checks like, hey, no, 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 that data's bad, but
No TikTok.
he doesn't want you hitting that renegade anymore. He's literally gonna hit you with capital punishment at for
Ooh.
treason because you're hitting that renegade. But I mean, I feel like Trump, like imagine if he starts putting trade restrictions on China, and then China like bounces back and it's like, hey, well, you know what? We're gonna do this, and then the U.S. is like, all right, you really want to play that game, and they're gonna start playing who has the bigger dick, and I mean, at that point, it's kind of just escalates to war. I personally feel China would be worse because it's kind of they don't have a strong navy, but I mean we kind of already have the whole thing where we're just tempting the Chinese, like we've like you do you know about the artificial islands that China's building and all that?
Yeah, I've heard about him. Yeah.
Yeah, well basically they're building military installations on there. And the U.S. is like, hey, we don't like that because that water isn't yours. It's like international water. Why are you claiming it as your own? And China's like, well, it's mine. And no one else but the U.S. is standing up to them. And like the U.S. is literally they're getting warships. They're like maneuvering in and out of the water. Like, what are you gonna do about it? And the same thing with airplanes and stuff. And honestly, it takes one bad day for someone to make one bad call, and we're all of a sudden in another war.
Okay.
It's
Like
crazy.
someone to press the big red button or some shit accidentally.
Yeah, like someone accidentally presses the big red button, or someone accidentally fires on a U.S. Aircraft. All of a sudden, the U.S.
Mm.
is bombing Chinese oil rigs, persecuting the Chinese. It's crazy.
Fucking
And
Christ.
maybe it's not the big red button that's pressed. It's like the smaller blue button next to it.
Insignificant.
Yeah, it's insignificant, but when you think about it, all it takes is a few dead sailors, a few dead, like one shot down plane on either China or the U.S. side for a full declaration of war. And I mean, if you think about it, America has already gone fascist
In what way do you think?
in the way where we kind of did to the Japanese what the Germans did to the Jews.
Oh, sure, yeah. The
Yeah,
internment camps.
yeah, the internment camps, concentration camps, whatever you want to call them, they're both basically the same thing. I mean, it definitely took the Japanese at least 2 to 3 generations to bounce back from that. Because I mean, they lost everything, and even after that, when they were able to come back, it's not like they got their businesses or any of their possessions back. They were
Mm.
literally at rock bottom.
God. Yeah, but that was so long ago, man. I'm sure everyone that was involved with that is like now dead, man. I mean, like,
Well, yeah, no, it's probably they probably are dead. If anything, it's probably like the granddaughters of the people in the internment camps that are probably like alive now.
hmm
But I mean, even then, it's kind of you see that America has already gone down that path. You kind of just think, hey, how much longer till it's something a little more permanent?
um, I mean, are you talking about like if we went to war with China, then we would have internment camps for Chinese people?
I definitely think that we would.
Those would have to be some big ass.
Camps, and not just that. I feel like the U.S. would definitely have like anyone who works in the government that just so happens to be Japanese. They all of a sudden get or not Japanese, Chinese. They're gonna get relieved of their positions. That's for sure.
God
Like
damn.
if it's someone in like intelligence or something like that, they're definitely getting relieved.
I,
Because I mean, the U.S. let Japanese Americans fight in World War II, but that's only because we needed the troops.
Yeah, sure. I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's just kind of scary to think about it because I mean, who's gonna stand up to the U.S.? Sure, China,
Um,
Russia. You think of those two, they definitely can, but I mean,
I mean,
realistically, would they?
I guess the way I'm thinking is, if there really was that big of a decision, um, the military is completely human based. I guess if the the majority of them thought it was evil enough, they could kind of stand their ground. I'm thinking,
I mean, yeah, I get you. Because I mean, I guess the way that I'm putting it down, it's like the military is going to be like soulless the entire time.
yeah, some
But I
Star
mean,
Wars level shit.
yeah, but I mean, when you think about it, exactly how many people are going to stand up to it, even if they're in the military? Because I mean, defying orders, that can get you court-martialed, and sometimes defying certain orders is even treasonous.
Hmm. Yeah, I just think that yeah, they would all be scared of
Definitely, if I
this.
was in their position, I'd be scared too. Where it's like, hey, yeah, all those Chinese people over there, I want you to round them up. No, why? That's bad. Why? You're targeting them for their group. Oh, so you're gonna defy orders? Yeah, sick. Go over there. You're being sent with them.
Oh, that's fair. No, not literally no one will stand up against them. Wait, if you have a like a kind of World War II style, if you get like a bunch of other countries against us, maybe I don't know.
Divided we fall. Divided or no? Yeah, divided we fall. United we stand. Almost. Maybe.
Right.
I feel like if definitely one way that could definitely happen is like if we were to get like Russian troops to come in through like Canada and maybe Chinese
Mm-hmm.
troops to come in through like Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
kind of the U.S. would have to fight a war on both fronts. But it's kind of bad because the U.S. is in such a good like place globally. They just have to defend.
And it I think it would ultimately end at a stalemate with nuclear weapons. I
Honestly, it
mean,
would because I mean, think about it. The U.S. is surrounded by nothing but water, so it would have to be either a naval like attack, like how we did with Normandy, or they would have to come in um, by airdrop troops, which already would be terrible. It'd be a
mhm.
terrible idea just because of how easy it is to defend aerial attacks. Or you can move in troops through Mexico and Canada. But
Yeah,
either,
I'm
oh
sorry.
no, sorry, you go.
Yeah, if it's basically anything that would be even remotely considered a superpower, it would a war. I meant yeah, it would just kind of end
Nuclear
with a
weapons.
stalemate. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, that's kind of the biggest thing. No one wants a nuke to go off, but everyone uses it as a threat.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the U.S. being one of the biggest suppliers, or not suppliers, but having one of the biggest, I guess, arsenal of nukes. I wonder how that would eventually turn out. Because I mean, we have silos and bases all over the world, or not all over the world, but I mean all over the U.S. And we have portable nukes and submarines all over the world.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing where with the Russian sub where we were like what like 2 minutes away from doomsday, where the Russian sub that was going to launch the nuke, but one of the commanders said no.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember hearing
The,
that story.
yeah, no, it would basically just be like that, and it'd be terrible. It would definitely be terrible. Honestly, it's scary when you think about it.
It certainly is. Just thinking this can all come to an end in a moment. Oh,
Yeah, and it's worse because you really think about it, where it's like all of this has the it might not happen, but the possibility is definitely there.
yep. Like say it's us or against Russia or China. I don't think I don't think either country is gonna back off. They're gonna want the other country to kind of look like a pussy.
Well, I mean, basically, it's literally just gonna be a game of who has the bigger dick.
Fucking Christ.